Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 112 of the Miami Dolphins Content Podcast. Your boy Bleezy and CT here with you every Monday at 8:30 sharp. Impromptu shows throughout the week. So for those of y'all watching on Twitter, Twitch, and all that good shit, come on over to YouTube, smash that like button, hit the subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell to catch our other shows throughout the week. What is going on, Bleezy? Oh, shit. The episode, tonight's episode, NFL Draft Week begins with the 21st selection. Miami selects blank, blank, blank. What is going on, Bleezy?
What's up, bro? You know, I think this draft has been sliced and diced and chopped and topped and whatever you want to call it at this point, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I am not, I was saying we've already dissected a lot of it, and we'll talk a little bit here and there as far as like how it's going to fit our, how we get into it schematically, but we're not going to talk about every individual player. I mean, we've talked about shit hundreds on this channel, so we're kind of over that shit now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to, it could go any direction. We've talked about that too. We don't even know if we're going to be at 21 when it comes down to it.
For sure. So like I said,
I will say this though, after to put it in a nutshell, what I think about it, after thinking about it, and I think it's going to come to how many players we lost on defense this past year. It seems like to me, and see, Green Rat's got a good point, but it seems like to me that we're going to go defense. We lost too many players. We lost too many players on defense this past offseason. And,
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Green Rat. I think that, and I agree with you too. I think that we're probably going to be seeing a lot of defensive guys drafted, but I do agree with Green Rat. I mean, it kind of goes hand in hand with our story about Mike McDaniel calling out Tyreek, and we'll talk about that. But it goes hand in hand with putting points on the board offensively. We have the ability to do it throughout the year. It's just critical games where if Waddle or Tyreek was injured and the other one was getting locked up by a cornerback, we had no third wide receiver. And, with the lack of offensive line and all the injuries that we had, there were, again, games where our offense sputtered, and we need to find a solution for that.
Yeah, no, we do, Green Rat, tell us who you have in mind. Who do you want in that first round? I think his
we already know, man. That defensive back. He wanted that Iowa defensive back. Remember, we were watching his film.
No, Cooper DeJean. I like that pick. To be honest, I think that guy's going to be a beast, man. And he could be a Holland's replacement. Poyer. We could keep Holland and keep him, man. That'd be a hell of a backfield. I would not have a problem if we go with that guy. Safety out of Iowa. Shout out to Green Rat.
Oh, yeah. And like he said, I mean, he said, my pick will score the first or second points of the year. Oh, shit. Okay, who's the Green Rat? But, yeah, man, I do like that. I do think, though, the offense, needs that third wide receiver. And I really think that.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you said Harrison Mevis. No idea who that is.
Harrison Mevis? Never heard of him.
You'll have to give us a little breakdown on him, Green Rat.
Yeah,
Or
you
while
may have to fill us in on that one, Green Rat.
while I kind of hit the other points before we go into freelancing in the show. But so on the Million Dollar Man podcast, Tyreek was talking about and during and after that Kansas City game, Mike McDaniel was jumping his ass. Oh, look at that. He's a kicker.
There we go. Okay.
We were waiting on the kicker. But yeah, man, I think that when it comes down to the lack of production in that Kansas City game, as well as other games, later in the year when Waddle or Tyreek were injured. But Snead apparently was doing a number on Tyreek, knocking his ass on the ground quite a bit. And apparently Mike McDaniel called him out and said, you're supposedly the fucking best player in the fucking league, and you're letting this guy, put his hands on you like that. What
Like
the
a
fuck are we
bitch.
paying you for? We're paying all you for all this money for what?
To be a bitch.
So, I mean, hey, you got to give Mike McDaniel credit. I mean, calling him out, fucking letting him know, look, bro, we're paying you this money. We expect you to produce. So,
yeah, no, I love it. I love it. But the thing about it is, too, Tyreek backed it up with the fact that I don't know the exact word, I'll paraphrase, but he said something about that motivates him, that makes him want to be better. What?
Absolutely. He said, quote unquote, I love that shit.
Yeah.
I love when people talk shit to me. It makes me feel good, or it makes me want to work harder and be the best that I can be.
See, I don't know if I like that, though. I don't know if I like that or not, man. You shouldn't have to. Somebody shouldn't have to stick their foot up his ass for him to go out there and be the best he could be. Yeah.
So word for word here, it says, you're supposed to be the fucking best player in the fucking league, and you got this guy's putting his hands all over you like that. He said, man, we pay you all this money for what? And so, yeah, man, I think that, sorry, I heard something outside. So, yeah, man, I mean, Mike McDaniel keeping it real and he likes it. I mean, Hill said that he took that to heart. He said, quote unquote, I'm going to get back from that. That will never happen again to me in my life. And yeah, it says, quote unquote, I love that shit. I love when somebody holds me accountable. I'm going to be better. And you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the coaches can bypass that and just be like, oh, he'll get better from it. But if he's not saying nothing like the other guys in the locker room, they're going to look at it as, oh, if Reek can do it, I can do it. And that's not getting the team better. And I need everybody to get better.
That's true. Shout out to McDaniel. No,
yeah, man.
I like that too, man.
Absolutely. The fact that he's willing to take accountability and the fact that, he doesn't like the fact that, if he's not performing, he wants somebody to call him out, help motivate him, like you said. And, you don't get into that quiet coaching thing because, like they said, then everybody else on the team thinks it's fine if you get your ass kicked at the line of scrimmage too. So he said, hold me accountable for the sake of myself, but as well as the team. And you got to applaud that for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you do, man. At the same time, Tyreek, man, he's out there trying to be a leader, supposed to be a captain of the team. He shouldn't need a coach to be sticking his foot up his ass to make him do better. I doubt Jerry Rice. I doubt Jerry Rice's coach was over there asking him, why is he fucking getting dominated so bad? Jerry Rice wouldn't let that shit happen.
Absolutely.
What's Green Rat talking about?
I don't know. I have to look. Hold on. Pull it up for me real quick.
Twitter clowns were saying he is lying about this. Lying about what? What's he lying about?
I guess that he got
Daniel
called
calling him
out.
out? Why would he lie about it?
I don't fucking know.
I saw the clip. I did see the clip, and I think he was legit when he said it. Because they weren't even talking about that specific game or whatever happened right there. The guy that was interviewing him asked him had he ever been called out, for not playing good or whatever, and he was like, yeah, this past year, and he was like, yeah, I have. They're like, who? He said McDaniel this past year. He said that KC game. He said y'all know the play at the end of the game. McDaniel was like, man, why the fuck you let him put his hand? You're supposed to be the best player in the league. What are you doing? His hands are all over you, man. If you can't get that done, we need to find somebody else. He's probably right.
Yes, sir. I mean, I hear nothing about. I didn't hear the part about say we need somebody else, but I heard But hey, I mean, you got to hold them accountable, bro. Got to hold them accountable.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I just want to throw this up there. All the shit talking Colin was doing on the last fucking show, saying how his freaking lightning are amazing and his Magic are amazing. The Magic are down 0-1 to the Cleveland Cavaliers. They got their ass kicked by the Cleveland Cavaliers, which is hilarious. And then the Florida Panthers beat the shit out of the Lightning in their first game. So both of them are starting 0-1 in their playoff series, thanks to the Panthers and the Cavaliers. So shout out to them, and fuck Colin and the fucking Orlando Magic and the fucking Lightning.
Man.
Anyway. Hey, he said he wanted me to shit talk. Well, I'm shit talking. Now what?
Yeah, there you go.
Come on, no. He ain't gonna come on. He don't want to hear none of the trash talk now. But anyway, I trash talk when there's a reason to trash talk. I don't trash talk before my teams win anything. But anyway, moving on. But yeah, man, we still got some draft visits. Over the weekend, we saw 2 more visits in there, and he said, Green Rat said the flow
lovers
on Twitter today. Well,
still arguing about flow, man. That's crazy as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, they got nothing better to do with their lives. I mean, come on. The guy's in freaking Minnesota. He's been on 2 different teams, and you guys are still talking about him.
I can't even imagine what the argument would be. What maybe talking about coaching them hard. Flores was coaching them hard. Flores, they said he called him out, and that was the old rumor, because I call it a rumor. But when Tua or somebody said you can't talk to people like that, all that.
Oh yeah. So for sure,
McDaniel.
Yeah, like I
real quick, McDaniel seems like the type of coach that's not scared to call somebody out. He seems like he will call somebody the fuck out. But
yeah, and I think that people take this whole he's a player's coach in the negative light of, oh, he's soft and whatever. No, you can be personable, but you can also fucking jump their ass when need be, because we heard the same stories last offseason from Teron Armstead when they asked him about, what was it? Sean Payton, the ex-Saints coach, about how he used to yell and scream at people or whatever. And Armstead said, yeah, Mike McDaniel is not always yelling in your face. He said, but don't get it twisted. If you're not doing something right or you're doing, the wrong things, he's absolutely going to call your ass out.
Mm-hmm.
So,
as well, he should. His ass is on the line as well. He
said the Jets fan Spider Jet was
Spider
there.
Jet. Oh, no. Spider Jet?
Oh, man.
Oh, hell. This could get ugly here, folks. Stay tuned.
Oh, man. That's funny. But, yeah, man, I mean.
Any freaking football coach is a hard ass from what I've seen. And, there ain't too many soft football coaches out there, man. especially a head coach. Like I said, McDaniel's got his ass is on the line just like everybody else. You know, even though he's a young guy and he's probably got a bright future ahead of him. You know, his career is going to be a lot longer than these players. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, I think that when you think about it, it's there's so many different ways of going about skinning a cat, you know, and just because Mike McDaniel does things a little bit differently doesn't necessarily mean they're any more or less effective. Now, when you talk about having relationships with players, obviously they're going to want to play harder for you, but other than that, it's really not that big of a difference. And as far as Peyton goes, his ass is on the hot seat.
You know, I think it's a chemistry thing. You know, I think that there needs to be a mutual respect. I think the players need to respect the coach, same vice versa. But it's still business, man. It's still a hardcore business. That's what it comes down to. You can't be fucking around out there, man. You know, and
Yeah.
I don't think the Dolphins are fucking around with Tyreek. Weren't we talking on last show that we think Tyreek may only be here this one more year?
Absolutely, yeah. Unless he's willing to take a huge pay cut, they're not paying him 42 million, 42.6 or whatever the fuck it was. They're not paying him over $42 million. That ain't happening.
Are we going with a hard take?
That I can guarantee.
Are we going with a hard take that Tyreek's out of here after this year? We going with that?
Yeah, I mean, you got a nice hot take there. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think the only way that you avoid that is if he's willing to take a fucking ginormous pay cut.
Ginormous. I agree with Green right here. I just want stability. Coach and GM stay for 10 years. I'm fine with that, you know. That's something that should give Dolphins fans a little bit of peace of mind coming into the draft. Greer has been here for a minute. He's done this. He's been there, done this more than a few times. So he should know what he's doing at this point. We should have a little confidence.
I said confidence has to be earned, not given.
Well, he just had a lot of players get big contracts, man. That's a testimony for good drafting. You know,
I mean, to a degree, like we've stated, though, when you have super high draft picks in the first round, especially in the top 10, top 15, you expect them to be starters. You expect them to be elite players in the NFL. Whether you failed to sign them early enough to get fucking, value out of it without having to overpay them, that's a negative. That's not a positive. You can't say, oh, you got a bunch of players that went and got paid. Yeah, they got paid by other teams outrageous amounts because these other teams are desperate, but you had them locked in for 4, if not 5 fucking years, and you couldn't get anything done?
Well, I mean, you're right about that too. It's all about overall management. You know, were they planning ahead for Holland and Phillips and Waddle? Is that why they let them all go? Tua?
Well, I don't know, because, I mean, if that's the case, you would have thought that after, last offseason, had you paid freaking Wilkins 20, you could have easily fit that into the cap. Now, obviously, he got grossly overpaid, but yeah, I know Green Rat. Oh, he's not the money man. No, he's the boss of the money man, Brandon Shore. And if Brandon Shore is doing a shit job, then you need to fire him and find somebody who can do the job, because it's your job to oversee what Brandon Shore is doing. And that's, if he wants to pass the buck, that's fine. Then that means that you're a shitty leader of the individuals that you employ. So
if you go watch Chris Greer's press conference, he is plenty involved in this draft. There's
well,
no
not even the
question.
draft. He's talking about the money though. Like
Yeah, I mean, I know the money too, but it's a
when
balance.
people sit here and act like when people sit here and act like, oh, he's not the money man, that's Brandon Short. Yeah, okay. Who's fucking Brandon Shore's boss? And if Brandon Shore is doing a shit job, then it's your job as his boss to fire him or to fucking tell him what to fucking do. So it's an indictment on your inability to be a GM and be in management if you can't manage the people under you and go, oh, well, we're in bad salary cap position because of Brandon Shore. No, you're Brandon Shore's boss. You should not allow Brandon Shore to get you in a bad salary cap situation. That's your job.
Green Rat says Wilkins was offered 20 last year, and he said something about Ross, but Wilkins bet on himself, and he won that. He won that bet.
I heard the rumor that he was offered $17 million last offseason. And what's not true, Green Rat, that Career is Brandon Shore's boss? Go look that up. Because Greer did admit that, yes, Brandon Shore reports to me. So, yes, he is his boss. But anyway, yeah, man, I think that even if they offered him 17 and he didn't accept it, yeah, he bet on himself. That's great. That's good for him. But who's to say you offered him 20? Because from my understanding, from what I've heard, was that they were only asking for, I think that Wilkins was asking for 22, and they said they were 5 apart, and the Dolphins weren't willing to go up to 20, which, and I don't remember who reported it now. It's one of the articles I read here on the show that they said that Wilkins' agent admitted if they had bumped it up, the offer up to 20, they would have accepted it. But they didn't. So
interesting.
Yeah, but it's not here nor there. It doesn't matter anymore, to be honest. I mean, Wilkins is gone, and so we got to freaking move on and deal with it. So,
would it surprise you, speaking of Wilkins, if we go DT with that first pick?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, but like we've said, I really think that unless you're lucky enough for somebody to fall to you at 21, I mean, I'm not going to overreach.
The guy from
Texas, I was just saying,
Murphy or whatever.
Yeah, Byron Murphy, and then they were talking about when we were talking about multiple previous shows, we've talked about it over and over and ad nauseum. So I'm not going to repeat all of it, but it's really about, again, is there somebody of a quality D tackle that you can pick left at 21? Or are you going to reach for somebody at 21 because you're desperate for a D tackle? Well, I guess we'll find out this week, right?
We're about to find out. We are about to find out. And the link is dropped.
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Come on up, Green Rat.
If you're feeling froggy, jump, Green Rat.
He's too old for that. He ain't coming up here. He don't come up on Monday night. He got a bedtime. He got to be in bed in like 5 minutes. But anyway, no.
Over the weekend or something.
Oh yeah. But no, it really comes down to, again, Chris Greer's propensity to reach for people at needs. And are you truly going to draft BPA, or are you going to draft BPA at a position of need? Those are two completely fucking different things. You know what I mean?
Oh, they are. And I think it's going to be the position of need, the choice B. Give me that one all day. They're going to consider, I would think they would, what position they're looking to fill. They're gonna look at the future. I know we all want to win now, but believe me, the future will be considered, by position and contracts.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it should take into consideration your needs, but you shouldn't be reaching for people is kind of what I'm getting at.
Oh yeah,
So, if you need a D tackle, that's fine, that's great. But if you can, if all of the elite guys or the top tier D tackles are off the board, don't reach for a second round quality guy at pick 21. If it's not there, then trade back and try to fucking pick up more picks, or pick somebody who, is deserving of being picked in, the mid to later first round. Don't reach for a second or third round guy in the first round because all the other D tackles, tier one D tackles are gone. And that's unfortunately what Greer has a history of doing. We watched it with Austin Jackson, and we watched it with Liam Eichenberg. So it's just, shit, Green Rat finally got up. There you go.
Here we go.
I just came here to make sure no more lying on this channel tonight.
Oh, shit.
Okay, go ahead. And what's that?
Just from here on.
Like a security guard.
Yes.
There you go. So what do you have issue with?
Not taking a kicker.
Not taking a kicker.
Oh, shit.
Everybody wants someone that will be immediately contribute to the team and put points on the board. What better than a kicker?
Well, I sure as fuck wouldn't take him at the 21st pick then.
What about a punter?
You don't put points on.
The way I look at it, the way the fucking game's set up right now, you get 2 first downs and your kicker can attempt a fucking field goal.
Right.
I mean, that's true. But
so why not have a field goal kicker that can hit 60-yarders and keep scoring?
Just start firing field goals off all over the place.
Yeah, but the thing is again, if the other team's scoring touchdowns, then it don't fucking matter how many field goals you kick.
Is there a
Not if we get the ball first.
Is there a big time kicker in this draft? Were you serious about that guy Harrison Mevis?
He's not bad.
Is he the best one?
Top 3 or 4, I think. Just depends on what you want. Accuracy, guy that hits him from a little farther out. He has a little bit better leg than what our kicker has. So
yeah, Sanders sucks.
Maybe late rounds wouldn't be a bad idea to bring him in to give a little competition.
Absolutely, I agree with that. I'm not sure about the name Mevis, but
right.
If he's got a good kicking leg, I don't give a fuck. We can figure out.
He has a good first name, Harrison. I mean, that works.
Let's call him Harrison Ford instead, or something else like that. I don't know.
Don't they normally go undrafted for the kicker? Isn't that normally how that happens?
I think New England takes one every once in a while, though.
Yeah, there are a couple teams that have actually picked a kicker, not UDFA. But it doesn't happen very often. I can remember like 2 or 3 in the last couple years. Granted, they're 6th or 7th round picks, but it's not like nobody's drafting a kicker in the fucking 1st or 2nd round.
I mean, it would have to be a really, really good kicker for me to even use a 7th round pick on, to be honest. I think.
Well, if the Dolphins would have had a kicker that didn't miss in the fucking playoffs, we'd probably have another Super Bowl.
They pay dividends, right? Kickers are
right.
Key, yeah.
That's shit.
Colin.
Oh man, Colin isn't coming on because his Magic and Lightning suck. What's going on, baby? What's going on, Colin?
What's going on, fellas? You already know I had to hop on here because I'm tired of this Magic and Lightning slander. Because we're gonna bounce back and take these series.
Hey, what are their records in their playoff series, Colin?
It's not one and done.
Oh, okay.
0-2. That's the answer. 0-2.
Yeah, it's 0-1 on one and about to be 0-2 in the other.
Listen,
for all the shit that he was talking about, how shitty the Panthers are, pretty sure that, the elite Lightning, as he says, got their ass whooped, what was it, Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday. But that doesn't change what's going to happen.
Oh, is that the same day? Oh, that's the same day that you got beat by the shitty Cavaliers.
No, that was
Saturday. Anyway, what's going on, Colin?
Man, just bearing through the pain, and then hoping this draft goes the right way for me, and we get this fucking Xavier Worthy. That's it, bro.
Oh, you're on Worthy, aren't you?
I've been on him since the start, man. I really want him, and just want some more.
Since he ran, that 4-1-2, that he wants him now.
Yeah, that is true.
Because nobody said Xavier Worthy's name a single fucking time until he ran that 4-1-2.
Yeah. No, you're
Nobody
right.
knew a thing about it.
Yeah, so someone running the fucking stopwatch was on pod and was a little slow with the fucking the start of the time. And then he's worried about being late, so he clicked it early.
On the end?
Right?
Oh, man. I guess it's a good thing that it's fucking done by lasers, so.
I don't believe those either. I think they're all bullshit. So.
They're pretty goddamn good. I mean, they're accurate with repeatable measurements. Now, whether you can say that you prefer hand timing, then that's one thing, but the accuracy isn't debatable. It's is it what we're used to? Is it the norm versus how do you compare now with lasers when 20 years ago they didn't have lasers? So to say, oh, he's the fastest guy ever, well, that's not necessarily true. Who's to say somebody wasn't faster 20 years ago, but they just didn't have the accurate way of
See, I disagree with the whole premise of what they're doing. If they're going to do it, they put all the fucking receivers across the line and they let them fucking run.
They can transpose the tape.
Because there's a lot of players that are game faster than they are just sitting there running by themselves.
Oh, no, I completely agree. And I've said that,
And they shouldn't be in the blocks either. They should be standing up.
Yeah, I mean, you could do that. And I mean, I agree with that. But it's like I said, the whole point of the 40 is so outdated that, you can train for the 40 and get better at running the 40, but that doesn't help you on a football field at all. So,
Right. It depends on how fast you can come out of the blocks. Has nothing to do with how fast you can take off from the line of scrimmage in a football game.
But it does help. It helps to show. If that guy's running faster than the rest, he's probably going to break off the route faster than fucking 9 out of 10 people.
Not necessarily. I mean,
but
you got to remember
most of the time.
Well, even that, though, top-end speed is not lateral quickness, and that's where you get into the cone drills, you get into the L and figure 8 drills. Like, you've got, there's so many other better measurements that can be had on lateral quickness. Whereas, if again, in all things considered, you're running on a fucking so for those that don't know, the little carpet that they're putting out there, it's an actual it's a hybrid fiber carpet. So they're not even running on real grass either. So the point is, these are existential characteristics of you got a perfect little mat to run on. You got blocks. It's not windy. You're not running a route. Nobody's trying to jam you at the line of scrimmage. So is the overall top end speed part of the process? Yes. Is it nearly as important as people make it out to be? No, it's not even close.
Right. That's what the shuttle is like the big thing nowadays, right? Isn't that the
Yeah, the shuttle, the 3-cone drill, the 5-cone drill, and the 8-cone drill are really, they're all different metrics.
Yeah.
You have, the shuttle, which is start and stop speed. Then you've got the L-cone drill, which is the 3-cone drill. It measures their ability to move laterally side to side. Then you have the figure 8-cone drill, which is their ability to turn and create acceleration without stopping completely. Like all of these tests, all of these drills have a purpose, but they're all part of the evaluation, not its entirety. And that's why watching game film is important because, again, you can run all these cone drills all you want, but the cones aren't going to reach out and push you like a defender will. The cone isn't going to reach out and grab you like a defender will,
Well,
it also doesn't show the instinct of the player and stuff on defense either.
Instincts.
That might not be quite as quick. And then there's also speed of when you're at 5/8 speed and what gear you have to go to full speed, there's a difference. And that's where Tyreek Hill is a fucking animal, is he can be running across there and he has that other gear that he can kick into where a lot of players don't.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, and it's like I said, it's you've got these existential characteristics of all the perfect, environment and whatever, with these 40s and shit, and it's not really an accurate representation of what you can do on a football field.
I agree.
It's
and like Worthy's gonna suck.
Worthy. Like I saw a video the
like
other
the
day.
Magic, like the Lightning.
Oh,
yes.
Let's fucking go.
Y'all have heard the story about Orlando Brown, right? The lineman, I think, for the Ravens now. Like he ran the worst 40 ever. Like he had the worst combine in history, man. And everybody's like, what the hell? Long story short, he's already had an 8-year career, He's a fucking great lineman for the Ravens, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's, it's a little bit different when it comes to linemen, but just in general, it's not an accurate representation.
Right.
Neither is
the Bills
press.
defensive backs. He isn't exactly one of the fastest guys in the league either, and he's been there for a long time. That would be Micah Hyde.
Hey, but then you'll run into the guys that are the fastest guys in the league that dominate because they are the fastest guy in the league.
Well, yeah, absolutely.
That doesn't happen often.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
The fastest guys are generally not very good.
Yeah, the thing is how many times, and I'm not picking on people for this, but I kind of am, is you talk about all these guys that set records for speeds in the 40, but then you look at their careers, and their careers are short, if not non-existent. And because, again, if you're a one-trick pony and you got to be in all these perfect circumstances to run that fast, if the grass is wet, if you got a defender jamming you at the line and you can't produce, then it doesn't matter how fast you are. If a defender knocks you off your route and you can never get to top speed, then you're useless.
Well, Tyreek got knocked off his route in the playoff game, and he said that he's never going to let that happen to him again.
Yeah, but do you really believe? Do you really believe that Tyreek will never get knocked on his ass again in his entire career? That's ridiculous.
It'll happen more and more every year, believe me.
No, No, because he said he's gonna work harder, bro, and he's gonna come out and be even better than he was last year, just like he was.
Well, what the
year
fuck's he
before.
gonna say? Fuck it. I'm not gonna work hard to try to keep from that happening. I mean,
Yeah, exactly. The whole point is he going to try to do things to not let that happen as often? I'm sure he will. But to say he's never going to get fucking knocked off of his route again, that's ridiculous. It happens. The best players get beat. Every player in the NFL, no matter how elite they are, they don't win every single rep. That's just not the way it works.
Right. You don't win them all.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the kind of, crap that irritates me is people think that one person is going to be so dominant that they can win every play. No one in the NFL or college football, anywhere in organized football has a player won every single rep. It's not going to happen.
A good kicker.
I always won every rep.
A good kicker's not going to make every kick, Green Rat.
That's true, too.
Harrison Mevis will.
Nah, unless you're that guy from the USFL or whatever the hell it's called now. Damn, kicked a freaking 62 fucking yard, no, 65 yard field goal or some shit like that.
The guy with the club foot.
I don't know if he does or not.
You talking about the guy back in the day had the club foot?
No. Just recently, this
he hadn't kicked since high school or something.
Yeah, he hadn't kicked a football since high school. It's been like 8 years. And the dude comes out and nails like a 65-yard field goal. Twice. And that not only once, but twice. But he had a good fucking 5 or 7 yards still left on that fucking ball.
Where's he at? Fucking somebody sign his ass? That's strong.
They can't sign him until the end of the whatever the USFL, whatever the fucking XFL and the USFL formed to make.
Oh, he's playing over there right now?
Yeah, and they can't sign him until after the end of the season.
Because you could use him for kickoffs, right? And fucking he'd kick every one of them out of the end zone.
Yeah, but remember, you're not allowed to kick a touchback with the new rules, remember? If you kick the touchback, they get it at, what is it, Green Rat? The 35, I think it is?
35, 5 more yards than before. It's a lot better than having them run fucking 80 back to the other end.
I thought they got it at the 25, not the 35.
So they're going to get it. If you kick it out of the end zone, they get it at the 35.
Yes.
I think something like that.
Yeah. If it goes out of bounds, it goes to the 40. And if it doesn't land between the 20 and the goal line, whatever it's called, the target zone, if it lands at like the 21 or whatever, they get it at the 40. It's the same thing as it, quote unquote, going out of bounds. So you either give it to them at the 35 or you give it to them at the 40, or you kick it to them and you take your fucking chances of them running the shit back.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be to the point where you only need 2 first downs to attempt a field goal.
Damn.
Yeah.
You're right. That's true. If it's going to be set up like that, I mean, that it's like, damn, man, what are we trying to do? Score a bunch of points out here or what? They're making a hell on defense right now.
They have been for fucking decades. They've been wanting to increase the scoring anything they can with the whole, emphasis on pass interference and emphasis on this and that and hand fighting and checking and all that bullshit. They just want teams to score points because it draws more viewers.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of like that new kickoff deal, but like Green Rat's talking about, I think they're all going to kick it out of the back of the end zone. I think that's what I would do if I was a coach. Screw it. Give it to them on the 35. Let's go.
Yeah, and that's where I was kind of making my point with Green Rat is, that's going to be across the board. So yeah, people are going to be kicking more field goals, but it's going to be the teams that are able to fucking score touchdowns that are going to win this fucking situation because, yeah, there's going to be more scoring. There's going to be more overall points in the game, but it's really going to come down to who can get in the end zone.
Right. No, that's true. Always does.
Or, you know, if the team really sucks, they might not even get to attempt a field goal, but like he said, you only got to get 2 first downs. How fucking hard is that?
That's crazy.
That give you what, a 62-yard field goal? If you got to the 45, the opposing 45. So if you get a kicker,
that's
you kick
pretty.
Yeah.
How far is it?
62, because it's 7 yards.
You'd probably get a few yards, you know, on your third possession. Or not third possession, but, you know, after your 2 first downs, you'll probably be more than 20 yards down the field. But nevertheless, guaranteed pretty much a 62-yarder.
Yeah, it's 7 yards, Bleezy, behind the line of scrimmage for field goal.
For a field goal.
Yeah, most of the kickers do 7 yards.
Fuck,
Some
man.
do a little bit shorter, but they're brave souls.
Hey, man. Fuck. Hey, real quick. Fuck the Cavs, man. This shit is all right. Once this series comes back to Orlando, just like y'all fucking Heat fans, when that series goes back to Miami is when y'all got a chance. So fucking shut up and fucking Magic are going to step up.
I don't think anyone here is a Heat fan, are they?
No, I support the Heat, man.
We got a security guard in the house,
but I don't like the Heat. No, but I would support them if they were in the finals and the Magic.
Well, I can't say that any of us like the Heat, but nobody fucking likes the Magic. I mean, they're a horrible team.
Bro, come on, dude.
I mean, they're getting their ass stomped again by a shitty fucking Cleveland team, but that's all right.
Points.
Bro, you can't. You haven't even broke 70 yet, and you got 6 minutes left in the game.
Bro, this is bullshit. But don't worry. Just like you think the Heat are gonna win when that series goes back to Miami, that's the same thing. We're gonna take the ones at home. So don't worry about us.
Bro, we're missing our fucking number 1 player. You guys are relatively fucking healthy and still getting your ass kicked by shitty.
We're missing a fucking payroll.
Green Rat. Let's get. Okay, so Jason Sanders, longest kick ever, 57 yards.
Yeah, now the question is what are his longest attempts? How many fucking long attempts did he miss?
He's made a 56, a 55, a 54, a 57. Oh, yeah, a 57. So, yeah, man, the guy's got a leg, man.
Yeah, the problem is he's not consistent. That's the problem.
When he starts missing, bro, and he gets
his field goal percentage last year was 85.7%. He was 24 out of 28 last year.
Yeah, and again, how many of those were long kicks? That's the thing. We all know that Jason Sanders 40 and below is automatic. He doesn't miss under 40.
Okay, I got you.
It's when he gets to those 45, 50, 55-yard kicks is no bueno.
So last year, between 40 and 49, he was 6 out of 8. And 50 plus, he was 5 out of 7. The year before, and actually the year before that, from 50 plus, he was 2 out of 6.
Yeah, exactly.
In 2020, from 50 plus, he was 8 out of 9.
Yeah, and that's when all of us, we were saying that Sanders was Mr. Automatic. And
you got to think that
whatever the fuck happened to him.
I feel like that's because 2020 there was no fans, so the kickers they get less pressure, bro.
He went 8 out of 9 on 50 plus yard kicks. That's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah, but
strong.
there's nobody in the crowd, bro. It's not as scary. Yeah, it's the same kick, but it's like it's not. You don't have fucking 60,000 people
Well, it's
packed
like
out.
Screaming, yelling, distracting you, and yeah.
But no,
That's
I like
true.
Sanders, man. I think he's good, but I
There
think
was no girl standing in the stadium flashing her tits or anything at him. That's what he's saying.
Oh shit! So we just got to make sure that the Dolphins, female Dolphins fans, keep their titties in their dresses and bras when Jason Sanders is trying to kick a field goal.
Hey, let's keep it classy. We got Back It Up Benj in the building.
Yes,
Back
sir.
it up. Hey, that is classy. I'm just saying. I mean,
I know.
hey, if he's getting distracted, then tell him to keep their titties inside.
Hey,
Wait till the other kicker's kicking.
What's
how
up? Back it
about-
up.
how about Sanders? I feel like he missed the extra point or two last year, man. I feel like
He
was
had
missing-
one blocked. He had one partially blocked. I remember that.
Bro, he was 58 out of 59 last year.
Yeah, I was gonna say I do remember the one partial block, and that's what I was saying. I don't remember a second one.
Well, you can't.
Yeah,
miss
but
extra
look at
points,
how
bro.
many just
That's the
barely
first point.
squeaked in, though, too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what
I
I'm
mean-
saying.
Well, they got him kicked back to the 25 or whatever now. They're
Yeah, but
longer
that's
kicks.
less than a 40-yard kick.
But still, man.
Yeah, it's a
not
32 yarder. It's a 32 yarder. So yeah, it's 32 yards, bro. I mean, you should be
He's not the only
automatic
one
in that.
missing them, man. A lot of guys
Dude, he
missing
was
them.
50. He was 58 out of 59. That's freaking incredible, almost.
Hey, see, look, even Back It Up said I keep it classy. So let's go.
Yeah. Yes, sir. He does. He does.
No,
What
sometimes
isn't
in private, I
classy
do
is
not.
liking the fucking Magic. It's definitely not
Man,
classy.
the Magic are classy, bro. It gets classy down in Orlando. You can ask Bleezy. He knows how the vibes in Orlando.
The only thing that's classy about Orlando is how they lose.
Hey, the only thing
that wasn't
classy
classy at all.
is the picture that I have here in the house of when the Orlando Magic actually were relevant. I got a picture of Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, him and Penny Hardaway. Let's fucking go.
My boy, Hardaway.
Yes, sir.
Straight out
I
of
was more of a Tim Hardaway fan than a Penny Hardaway, but I digress.
I like Tim Hardaway too with that crossover.
Yes, sir. Him and fucking Jamal Mashburn, man. Oh my god.
And Mullen.
They were talking about Mashburn playing overseas the other day.
Oh, is he
On
still
some
playing
podcast.
fucking basketball?
I don't know if he was playing. They just brought up his name, and I'm like, holy shit, I haven't heard that name forever.
Bro, him and Tim Hardaway with the fucking crossovers, dude. Oh my god.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect the fucking Panthers to come out like they did yesterday, bro. It's all right because tomorrow, dude, the Panthers, bro, it was 1-1 in the third period, bro. And they got some. I don't know this dude's name, but this guy, when the playoffs turn on, he's pretty good. But it's all right, man. It was fucking. They scored 2 goals in the third period, so what are we gonna do? But
and then you scored a goal in garbage time after we are up 3-1, and
doesn't
then
matter,
you were like, but the game was close. Nah, bro, you should have lost 3-1. You fucking scored in garbage time, and then people were like, oh, we only lost by a point. Yeah, you should have fucking lost by 2, but they didn't give a fuck, saying, oh, well, if you score, I don't give a shit, because they took their first and second lines. They took the star players out of the first and second lines and were putting backups in.
Yeah, because we had to pull our fucking goalie. We had to pull the fucking goalie is the only reason y'all fucking scored. So, man, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're going to see what's up tomorrow night. And when the Lightning tie up this series, I'm going to be back to talking my usual shit. So,
At the end of the day, hockey is a fucking stupid sport that's boring as fuck.
Oh, no, it's the hardest sport, man.
Boring. It's boring until the fights.
Fucking boring.
It's like MMA. It's like MMA. You get the grappling matches, and they're kind of boring.
Yes.
And then you get the ones where people start throwing punches, and you're like, all right, this is fucking awesome.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Back it up,
If
bro.
you want to
Back
go
it up.
watch a bunch of guys fight, I mean, we got the Des Moines Buccaneers
back it up,
semi-pro
podcast. You know what
team
time
or
it is.
whatever down here. Can I say that I went and watched them? I mean, yeah, I went and watched them once, and was it funny? And did I have a good time? Sure, but it's still the fucking game is boring. It's just when the ref dropped the puck to start the fucking game, they all dropped their fucking gloves, and the whole fucking everyone on the ice, including the goalies, started fighting.
Hell
They did it
yeah,
like 5 times.
No,
Okay.
it's fun in the playoffs.
That's what I like about the minor league freaking hockey teams. Like we have them up here, the Virginia. What are they called? The railroad dogs. Then
got one in
there when I was
Fort
living in Charleston, they had a team there in Charleston. I don't remember the Charleston name, but it's the same thing. Like those the little the lower leagues, bro. They don't give a fuck. They're like, bro, we're making like $1,200 a game anyway. What the fuck?
Right, but
do
you got
I
to be
care?
drunk to enjoy it.
No, playoff hockey is
It's
fun.
that boring.
Playoff hockey
Yeah,
is fun.
pretty much.
Playoff hockey is fun. You just probably don't enjoy it because you don't have a team. If you had a team to enjoy watching and you were watching some playoff hockey, you'd probably like it.
But yeah, back it up. I'm not. I follow baseball. I have a lot of baseball athletes. I don't
Raise
anymore.
up.
I'm transitioning out. But no, I'm not a huge baseball fan. Baseball's a little bit slow for me. I know they instituted the new the pitching timer and all that, so it makes it a little bit faster. But I'm not really a baseball fan. But Colin is absolutely a fucking baseball
Thank
junkie.
you, CT.
Yeah,
You
I'm
just
kind of in
plugged
the
me
same
right
boat.
there.
Back it up. I'm not a huge fan, but I have been to a few Marlins games, man. So
Yes, sir.
They
I'm
need to cut the
I'm
fucking
Marlins fan.
baseball into about a third of the season. The
Yeah,
NBA
he's
needs to be cut into about a third of the season, and some of these
'cause then we
games
would-
might be cool.
No,
Now
but then
I
we
will
wouldn't be
say
able to
this.
enjoy it.
Though. I did get to I actually went to 3 of the Marlins games when they won the World Series back in the day, so that was pretty
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Hell yeah.
But
Yeah, no.
I've
back it up,
been
man.
to the
I love
Heat.
college
I went to
baseball,
the Heat. I went to the Heat's final with Shaq, Bosch, and Wade too. I mean, I was just lucky enough. I had a friend's dad who was a instrument tech and worked for all the arenas and shit, doing electrical and all that shit. So you got free tickets all the time.
I went to the Yankees Royals fucking game and watched George Brett be a little pussy.
Ooh.
Nice. I've
Damn.
been to Rays versus Yankees a whole bunch of times because my buddy's a Yankees fan and I love the Rays. So we try to go to every time it's in Tampa. He'll pick me up and we'll go down there. But back it up, man. I love college baseball, MLB, shit. All the baseball. I promise that. But yeah, no. Orioles and Dolphins, man. Orioles. Y'all won the division last year, so. But you know what time it is. The Rays are still gonna take the AL East. But Phins up.
Yeah, I mean, hey, I'll go with the Orioles. I mean, I ain't got nothing against
Nobody
them, but
cares.
yeah,
Nobody cares.
That's why they call him Sports 24/7 with Colin. He covers all the sports.
Yes, sir. You
except
know
the manly one in UFC and MMA. He doesn't review those because he doesn't
not
know
until
nothing.
I get CT to help me with that. Hop on.
You need to get on bass fishing too.
Hell
They're on
yeah.
fire
See,
right
hey, that's when I call you.
Bass fishing's better than fucking hockey.
Oh shit!
Good day.
What team would you watch if you were to watch some hockey, Green Rat? If you were to watch it,
None. I think it's a fucking stupid sport.
But the crazy part is you're in a state that gets cold. So a lot of people that are in states that get cold like hockey. Like if you go to Colorado,
No, we don't.
they love hockey. If you go to
Oh, that's
No, we
bullshit.
don't.
That's bullshit. Iowa's hockey team has been. People have been talking about Iowa's hockey team for fucking decades.
See, I didn't even know that. See, just like Minnesota's got a hockey school, I know that. Or Ohio State. And
Now,
Michigan,
whether
they
they're
got
good or not, I don't know. I just remember one of the coaches from Iowa's hockey team was always in some fucking drama.
No, we don't care about fucking hockey up here. It's a fucking retarded sport.
It's Cajun. It's Cajun now.
Well, hey,
It's definitely Cajun, and we'd rather go watch the girls run cross country or something than go
man.
fucking
Well-
watch a hockey
well, us-
game.
you'd
Us
rather
in
I am
Red
all
Lake
down
Hockey
for
Club
watching
hockey-
some
Hey.
fucking girls in cross country. What is
Our hockey
going
team-
on, Canes?
Canes.
What's up, Canes?
Hey,
Our hockey
back
teams in
it up,
Florida are
bitch.
really good.
Yeager, baby, yeah. Well, my boy fucking go ahead. My boy Kimbo Slice dead and gone, but yes, sir.
And no, I got to shout out the Panthers, though. Even though the Lightning are going to win them in the series, the Florida teams know how to show up in hockey, man. Yeah, it's always been the Lightning. The Panthers are just now stepping up within these last 3 years. But man, hey, these Florida teams, they think that, or 10 years ago, you come down to Florida and you don't know much about NHL. Well, these last 5 years, man, all these good players, they want to live in Florida and play professional hockey so they can be in the hot sun and then go out and play on the ice still, and then ride jet skis and shit. It's pretty crazy.
Well, that's why the minor league down here in Fort Myers is huge, man. The Florida Everblades.
Okay, I heard of them.
Oh yeah, they're in the playoffs right now. I got playoff hockey 5 minutes from my house. I need to go peep it out.
Hey, yes, sir. I know Orlando has the Solar Bears.
Solar Bears, yeah, they're in the same league. They play.
Okay.
They play each other, and you're kind of right, man. You can go in there in the summertime, although that's not really summertime, but even though when they start, it's really hot outside, and go in there and it's nice and cool. Go in there and chill out, get a cold beer.
Hell yeah, Canes. Much love, brother. Nice to see you too.
Hell yeah, Canes.
Sir, Canes. You know what time it is? The Gators are going to put a whooping on the Canes, but
Have a
still
good
all
night. Back it up.
Yeah, you got to go watch them Orioles, baby. Let's get it.
Hey, there you go. Hope they lose.
Better than the fucking Rays, that's for sure.
Fuck, man.
Why the
Stop
fuck do
talking
you
shit
want to
about the
watch
Rays.
another sport that the fucking teams are barely over 500?
No, the Rays are 5.
And that's the team that wins the division.
The
It's
Rays
just
are
barely over 500, most of them.
5. I know. We
I'm
just
just saying. What's the point of playing that many games to be 500?
I agree with you, man.
No,
I
you guys
said
just
that.
underthink it.
can always
Baseball is
scrap back.
Eli Manning fucking 100%.
It's not, Colin. What we've discussed this. I understand the propensity because it's a non-contact sport that yes, you can try to get more games out of baseball. But when you think about, and we talked about this, it's what, 165 or 162 or some shit like that.
There you go. You got it that time. 162.
Yeah. So, bro, I mean, dude, those are so many fucking games that unless, and I hate to say this because I'm not being negative, but unless you have absolutely nothing fucking better to do with your life than 5 out of 7 days a week that you're watching a baseball game, it's you're not going to get the average sports fan to watch 5 out of 7 nights a week.
Bro,
I was
Yeah, the
watching a
drunk
couple teams. I
rednecks-
think.
Yeah, the drunk rednecks are the ones that ain't got nothing else to do with their life.
Bro,
No, bro.
they
I was
got that
trying to
shit-
think of who I was watching. It was the
Hey.
Mets and somebody else the other day, and I swear there was only like 30 people in the whole fucking stadium.
See, but you
Oh,
didn't care about
shit.
the game. It's gotta be a team you like. And if you like the team, you're gonna want to watch it. If you're watching two teams you don't give a single fuck about, it's gonna be
They
trash.
got that shit on lockdown, dude. You can't even look. I was trying to look up the Marlins over the weekend. They're nowhere to be found. I couldn't even get a radio broadcast. I'm like, what the fuck, man? They got that MLB on lockdown. You can't get shit.
Well, now all the apps are starting to take all the games. Just like I saw some advertisement for what the Lakers and stuff are on Max, Cinemax.
Yeah, well the Marlins and Rays are on Bally Sports. So if you got a
Yeah,
cable,
well,
you will
so
have-
are the Heat. That's the thing is the Heat are on the Heat and the Marlins are on Bally Sports.
Yep.
And bro, I'll send you a link, Bleezy. I'll send you the link
You can
to
get a
Bally.
link. You can do that shit just like you do the football games. But
Can
but
you?
if you have cable, it's better. But you could still do it without. You just need a link, like CT said.
Yeah,
Hey,
but what's the
Colin.
major people carrying games and stuff?
Colin, Canes has got something for you. Y'all baby lizards are not beating the Canes, so stop capping, Colin.
Oh, shit,
Oh,
man. I think you forgot the game is in Gainesville, so I got nothing to worry about. Because only Gators get out a lot.
Shit.
We want to make sure that we have no fucking Florida people drafted in the draft either.
Is that the
Yeah,
first?
I don't want any fucking Gators. Sorry.
Well, shit, we haven't had a
Gators,
Gator in fucking 10
Seminoles,
years.
the fucking
They don't have any.
Miami. It doesn't matter. Don't
Oh,
want
yeah,
There's
any
I'll
of
one
them.
agree with you, Green Rat.
one
I'm
guy
riding
from the
with Green Rat on
Kickens
that.
I'd draft, but
If
that's
there's not
it.
going to be a Gator, then we're not getting a Hurricane or a fucking Florida State person. So
Well,
fuck
that's
it.
because the Gators don't have a fucking player we're drafting.
Yeah, Rick.
And I don't want anyone that lived in Florida either.
What? That's the first game of the year. Y'all
Yeah,
play the Gators Canes.
First game of the year, August 31st.
That's crazy.
Yeah, the
Where's
Gators
the-
have the #1 toughest schedule this year, bro. It's fucking
Canes
crazy.
are about to
Ole
fuck
Miss
up
had
the
it last-
Gators schedule before they even start. Poor
Yep,
Gators.
last year, Old Miss had the 3rd toughest schedule. Gators had the 1st. This
Last
year,
year?
Gators
Old
Gators-
Miss
yeah.
sucks ass too. Ha ha ha.
What the fuck? Ole Miss,
Bleezy's like, you know what? Fuck you, Green Rat.
Ole Miss will be in the playoffs this coming year. You can believe
Oh,
that,
shit.
Green Rat.
Oh, hot
Ole Miss
takes.
Does Ole
hot
Miss have
takes.
any
this year.
players that are good enough to make the NFL?
Jackson Dart. Did you not see his? He just signed a fucking NIL deal with a private jet dealership. They're fucking jetting them all over the country.
Yeah, but the guy looks like a retard. I mean, Cajun.
We got guys up here making $1 million a year on our roster.
God, did you see what Little Miss Hawkeye fucking signed her deal for?
How much?
Which one?
Her Nike deal?
Caitlin Clark?
Yep.
Yeah. How much?
Yeah, oh yeah, she made fucking bank. Oh damn! When I saw
$28
that,
million contract.
$28 million. There you go.
Hey,
With
yes,
Nike.
Sir, Gaines. Yes, sir.
but again,
That's fucking nuts.
yeah.
That's stupid. I'm
But,
sorry.
Lane Kiffin has got that bitch on point. Nick Saban is gone. Ole Miss is about to rule the SEC West. You can
Bro,
believe that.
Bleezy, I'm sorry, but Ole Miss, the Gators, we're not doing. Both of us, we're not doing shit this year, bro.
No, Ole Miss will be on point.
I'm not trying to drag you down with
yourself.
I'm not trying to drag you down with this, bro. But it's just
He said, "Bitch, speak for yourself. Speak for yourself." I'll
This
speak for
conference is too
myself. The
hard,
Gamecocks
Bleezy.
ain't doing shit either. So,
Ole Miss is going to be on point.
Hey, I think Iowa might have a quarterback and throw for like 50 yards this year.
oh shit! Not that you'll ever throw the ball, but at least you can.
No, that was the total for the season.
Oh shit!
Hey, Magic only lost by 10, 96-86. So the series is
Yeah, I
coming back
know.
to
They
Orlando.
only lost by 10 with 6 minutes left. They were down 17. I'm pretty sure, just like the Celtics in Miami, when the Celtics were beating Miami by, 32 points? And Miami came back and, we only lost by 12. Come on, bro. Stop trying to make yourself feel better about a shitty game, Colin.
I did watch a game that a team came back by 28 points in the fourth quarter, though.
Was it basketball?
Yep. Back when, they actually played basketball in the NBA.
Oh, he's talking
This
about before
bullshit
you were
now.
born, Colin. He was talking
Yep.
about, prehistory.
Way back in the day.
Mavericks,
Back when they
Lakers.
were fucking writing on stone tablets and shit.
Living in caves and shit.
Yes, sir. Before
They
invention
were showing
of
some
fucking-
highlights of Kobe Bryant getting fouled and fucking like clotheslined and shit. And then they'd go to a shot of fucking LeBron getting touched and he flops and cries like a little bitch. They got a
Detroit,
big old
Detroit,
video montage of shit like that.
the Bad Boys. I was around. I used to watch them back in the day when they had Bill Lambier.
Isaiah
fucking
Thomas.
Pistons.
Yep.
The
Dennis
Pistons. Yeah.
Yes. Bill Lambier would fucking knock your block off. You try to come in that lane. He wouldn't have
Yeah,
it.
the Pistons and the Knicks back in the fucking 90s, bro.
Have
The
Vinny
Knicks in the fucking 90s with Patrick Ewing and them fuckers, bro, they would knock your ass around.
The Knicks, man. Charles Oakley.
I remember when fucking Alonzo Mourning would get so pissed off. Fucking Alonzo Mourning had to wear his mask as fucking Patrick Ewing elbowed him in the fucking nose 3 times in the same game and broke his fucking nose.
Patrick Ewing was a fucking beast. He was a fucking
I was watching more of the Lakers and those guys. I didn't see a whole lot of the.
You're watching West Coast.
Man,
I
the
did.
fucking Heat, the fucking Knicks in the fucking 90s. Goddamn fucking bastards.
Yeah, I always hate.
But that was back, remember though, that was back when, but you got to remember, Colin, that was back when the first round of the NBA playoffs was only a 3-game series, not a 7-game. So it was literally like whoever had home court won, period. And we went back and forth with the Knicks. Fuck, it was like 5 years in a row. We met them in the first round every fucking year. And whoever had home court is who won every fucking time.
That's how it feels nowadays too. So that's how I feel with the fucking Magic, bro. Now that we didn't get fucking home court advantage, even if they go and take 2, they still gotta go and win back in Cleveland, bro. And same with the Heat, bro. They gotta face, if they want to win that series versus Boston, they're gonna have to win it in Boston.
Yeah, I'll be honest, man. There's no way the Heat are winning. Butler's out 2 to 3 weeks with the MCL. Now, he may try to come back when they come back to Miami, but even if they put it, because I was talking to Big Philly about it last night. He called me and I was like, bro, like, yeah, apparently he heard some rumors that Jimmy might come back when the series comes back to Miami in a brace and all that. And I said, yeah, you can wear the brace. It'll prevent him from having further injury, but the limit of movement and mobility wearing that brace, it's going to make him fucking ineffective anyway. So there's really no point in it. And I get it from Big Philly's standpoint. You have to step the fuck up and whatever, but are you really risking further injury to him on something that, even if Jimmy Butler was fully healthy, you would still struggle with the Celtics? But then you're going to risk further injury just for a shot. Duncan Robinson sucks. He's fucking streaky as fuck. Tyler Hero sucks dick. He fucking can't play to save his life. His defense sucks. And then he, once every 7 games, he'll have a good offensive game. That's about it. And I'm sorry, but I like Highsmith and I like the white dude with the mullet. I forgot his name. He's a first-year player, rookie, young guy. But it's almost like the Dolphins in the fact that Pat Riley and Spo for so long have tried to fill the bench with veteran guys that can contribute, and it's worked for them in the past. But recently, you get guys like, again, you have Duncan Robinson, you have what's the other one? Duncan Robinson and the other one, Matt Strus before he got traded. But like, you got guys that are streaky shooters. It's not like back in the day when Jamal Mashburn was coming off the bench and you had a fucking, extremely talented guy. It's almost like, and I was telling Big Philly last night, it frustrates me when guys come off the bench in the NBA, like nowadays, and it takes them 2 or 3, maybe 4 minutes to warm up, and I got to take a couple of practice shots. But you're on the bench, bitch. You only get 4 or 5 minutes at a time. So then your ass goes and sits back down, and then when you come back in, you got to warm up again, and it's like, bro, the dudes back in the day, they were ready to fucking play. They came off the bench and they were ready to go fucking before they even get on the court. Nowadays, man, these dudes have to warm up and get into the quote unquote flow of the game. And it's like, that's a bunch of horse shit for guys that can't deliver. I'm sorry. And that's
what you're trying to say is the players aren't like big time, big shot Robert Ory. They can sit on the bench all fucking game, come in the last 10 seconds and hit a 3 to win the game.
Yeah, just like Dan Marley. You remember Dan Marley doing it. Ray Allen did it for the Heat too. Bro, there's a lot of them. Yeah, bro. Like, you get these guys that can come off the bench and they're ready to play. And now it's all these superstars. And, if I don't start, I don't play well. It's like Tyler Hero. When he was coming off the bench, he sucked. Then he started, and then he did a little bit better. But then as he continued to be the starter, he became even more inconsistent, just like he was coming off the bench. And then he gets injured, and then they bring him in off the bench, and he plays well for a couple games coming off the bench. Then you make him a starter again, and then he sucks dick. And it's just like, oh, my God. Like, make up your fucking mind, bitch.
Yeah, no shit, man. Feel the same way about the fucking Magic, man. It's like it's impossible, bro. It's too hard to get. It's fucking hard once you don't got the home advantage on home court.
I mean, you can win without the fucking home court. I mean, fuck, Miami did it fucking 3 times last year.
I know.
In the playoffs. The thing is, though, is you have to have guys that can come in off the bench and perform, that you can't have lulls where your stars are out and you go 4 or 5 minutes without scoring a point. You can't do that. You just can't.
And you got to have your stars, too. Jimmy Butler was probably healthy last year when they were winning all that shit.
He was. He got injured early in the playoffs. He came back, but we had an easy time in the first round. But then you talk about, Bam. Bam is highly inconsistent. There are games where Bam will score 20, 25 points. He's dominant in the paint. He's getting rebounds. He's blocking shots. And then there are other games where he can't shoot a freaking mid-range jumper to save his life. And even then, he's in the paint, and he's getting wide-open fucking layup looks, and he can't fucking make them. And you can't have inconsistency, especially at a center spot. Especially at a center spot. It's Spidey Jets fan, as Greenlight likes to call him.
Spider Jet is here.
Who? I heard somebody's favorite color.
Spider Jet, what's up, buddy?
No, Spidey the Magic
What's up,
fan.
Green Rat? What's up, Green Jet? I heard you I saw you like their throwback uniforms. What's up with that? I heard you want to cop a Aaron Rodgers jersey.
No, he wants a Magic jersey.
Nobody wants a Magic jersey, Colin.
Nobody wants a Magic jersey.
That Magic jersey, bro. I wouldn't even wipe my ass with that Magic jersey.
Damn.
It might make your ass itchy. It might be like that knockoff brand toilet paper.
I think it was Spider Jet that was on Twitter saying that Tyreek was a liar.
Oh,
I didn't say Tyreek was a liar.
Or did he say that it wouldn't have happened under Flores, right? Which one was it? Because I know that I heard that the Twitter Spaces, the Flow lovers were out in full force today.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, I agree with everything that Tyreek said about Mike McDaniel chewing him out, because of his performance in the playoffs. Like, I absolutely agree with that, and that he liked it because, it kind of puts a chip on his shoulder and makes him play, even better. You know what I mean? But what other people did, and I think Armstead said it in Rich Eisen's show, was that even Tua would get on in his face because of, like Tua wouldn't do that in his first like year under Mike McDaniel with Tyreek Hill. He did it in his second year. And even Teron Armstead said, I had never seen anybody get on Tyreek Hill's like face like that. I'm paraphrasing, but you know what I mean? So, to a much lesser extent, like Tua did get in his face like multiple times last year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Especially, bro, like
it's
fucking Tyreek Hill had crucial drops, bro. There was a Chiefs fan that had a culmination. Like, he made a video compilation of like different clips where Tyreek Hill was dropping passes, bro, and it was in the most inopportune times, and like on big third down situations in the end zone, and in the biggest of games, in the Chiefs and the Bills. Like, what the fuck? Like,
And
I would,
think
if
what
I was
his
throwing
fucking
Chiefs
stats would have been if he caught those.
I know.
Way over
Exactly.
2,000 yards, 3 or 4 more
And
touchdowns.
Tua would have had way over 30 touchdowns too. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but you think about it, it's just like Mike McDaniel said though. We're paying all this money for what? Quote
Right.
unquote.
To get pressed at the line, for Trent McDuffie to get his hands on you and take you down to the ground. Are you fucking kidding me?
Sneed. Sorry.
That was Sneed.
Oh, was it
That was
Sneed? My bad.
the
Yeah,
business.
Sneed. You're
Why
right.
doesn't he say the same thing to Bradley Chubb? 'Cause wait,
Well, I
CT
think he has because Spidey brought up Armstead. It was before you guys hopped on the show.
You guys are right.
When Armstead came in and they asked him about the difference between Mike McDaniel and Sean Payton, because we all know Sean Payton gets in players' faces, yells and screams. But Teron Armstead said, look, don't get it twisted. Mike McDaniel is a player's coach and he wants to build a relationship with us. He said, but do not think for a second that if you do something wrong or you fuck up, then Mike McDaniel is not going to be yelling at you. And he's
And
not
I
going to be
told
fucking.
you guys when everybody was talking about McDaniel and maybe he's too much of a player's coach, I go listen to the fucking interviews from some of the players in San Francisco.
And
like
like I told
Kittles.
you guys,
They said he
before,
was a fucking animal when he gets pissed off.
No, not only that. I don't know if I told you guys. I think I've said it on the show, bro. I remember I was at training camp in 2022, bro. What's this guy's name that he got hurt? That he was like to his guy, Preston Williams.
Yeah,
Preston Williams was playing like shit, and he was fucking. He could have run a route to save his life. He was having drop issues. Except he was playing like shit in practice, and fucking Mike McDaniel got off the sideline and chewed his ass out, and I saw it in front of me, bro. Like Mike McDaniel is not a pushover. He'll get on your ass, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And I see like
there's media Mike McDaniel, and then there's Coach Mike
right, and that's been
McDaniel.
the subject of these Twitter spaces that Flores is the tough, hard-nosed coach, and he's the complete total opposite of what Mike McDaniel is. Like Mike McDaniel is some sort of softy who gets pushed around, like he wants to be everybody's friend. But Tyreek today kind of like told everybody that's bullshit. That the guy, yeah, he's a player's coach and he's a teacher, but he's not afraid to get on somebody's ass.
Yeah, but your
And I'm
favorite
glad
people in Twitter were saying that he's a liar.
My favorite people, I don't know what you're talking about, but anyways, but yeah, bro, like today, like I'm not a Brian Flores hater, like everybody, there's a lot of people in this community that are pro Tua and whatever. I don't hate Brian Flores like that. Yeah, I might disagree with how he handled the team in terms of like the personnel choices, maybe some of the coordinator choices and stuff like that. And maybe his relationship with Tua, but nah, bro. I respect, and a lot of players, and you go from Robert Hunt to a lot of players, right? Nick Needham, they had respect for the guy because the guy was a really good coach, and he didn't get fired for being a bad coach. It was relationships. So,
Right.
you know what I mean? And it was kind of like, it was kind of a battle today about Brian Flores today or whatever, and I kind of like, Brian Flores was a guy that had it, like, because they were talking about, what if with Brian Flores, like, would have the Dolphins truly tanked, even with Brian Flores, that maybe they made a bad decision if their goal was to tank. They made a bad choice getting Brian Flores. And I'm like, yeah, they probably did. They probably picked the wrong coach to tank because he's not going to have it. You know what I mean? And even if his assertions that, Stephen Ross bribed them to lose every game to get the number 1 pick, which turned out not to be true, he even said no. So, like, he's a guy that doesn't want to lose football games, bro. I mean, he just got off of winning the Super Bowl. Like, he's not going to do that. And he took a depleted roster that was filled with a bunch of guys from practice squads, guys that they signed off the street and whatever. And he started the most players in NFL history in terms of starting games and stuff. And he won 5 of their last 11 games, so you got to give him credit.
I can give him credit for that first year he was here. But don't get it sideways and stuff. He doesn't have a great moral character because he was
I understand that.
Hold on, he was in charge of the guys taping the other teams and stuff. The Spygate.
Yes.
He was,
and I understand that.
He was the head of those guys. So he's a fucking cheating bastard, just like the rest of them.
And
I just don't want to hear big moral compass or anything.
I brought this up earlier. My thing is the banner says it fucking all for me.
Get over it.
How fucking sad of a fucking fan do you have to be when this dude has been gone for 3 fucking years?
I agree.
On 2 different teams, and y'all still on his dick.
But here's the thing, CT. Like, my point was that, yeah, okay, Brian Flores was a great coach. I mean, he was a good coach. Players respect him and all that. Why do you have to build up Brian Flores? Why do you have to tear down Mike McDaniel to build up Brian Flores when, I mean, last time I checked, Mike McDaniel has playoff appearances. He has 2 straight winning seasons. That's something that Mike McDaniel, Brian Flores did not have.
Yes,
so they're
sir.
both good coaches.
Yeah.
They're both solid, good coaches, but Mike McDaniel's had more success, especially on the offensive side of the ball, than Brian Flores. And first of all, like you said, CT, like, he's the defensive coordinator for the fucking Vikings. Before that, he was the fucking linebackers coach and senior defensive assistant. Bro, he's been through multiple teams. He's been on, now he's like even further with the Vikings. Like, bro, get over it. He's gone. This is Mike McDaniel's team. This offense is built with Mike McDaniel's identity.
People that argued, and I'm going to call out a certain fucking somebody because
No, I'm just kidding.
there's a certain individual who said that Brian Flores was going to get a head coaching job after his first year with the Vikings.
If you're talking about me, I'll take that because I did say that. I said that at the beginning of last year. I said Brian
and it's
Flores,
bro, and it's like for years,
that.
bro. I'm telling you, like for years, for the past couple years, they've been shitting on Mike McDaniel because he's too soft on these players. He wants to be their friend. But we miss Brian Flores. We need a guy because the whole argument about this season, right, was we're not physical enough, right? We're not hard nosed enough. But they just got rid of the last guy that tried to be physical and tough, but but we don't want to pander to these players.
Hey,
Now,
You know what I mean?
hey, CT, maybe I was giving Flores too much respect. I thought he.
I agree, and that's why I wanted to finish this argument as you did. And look, he's a great defensive coordinator. I'm not gonna take. I'm not hating on the dude, right? I'm not hating on him. Not gonna hate on him.
Right
now. He had his issues. He does not know how to coach offense, and he does not know how to communicate with people. He's not head coach material.
Exactly.
And I think that
100%.
people got so drawn with his ability to play such a good defense. There are people who are fucking coordinators, and there are people who are head coaches. Either you can manage people, communicate with people and work with people, or you can't. And Brian Flores could, period. End of story. Now, Mike
Right.
McDaniel can work with other people. He communicates well. And again, whether or not he's a hard nose or not, and I brought this up earlier, Bleezy, and I'm circling around to this point, is there's multiple ways to skin a cat. But to assume that Mike McDaniel's soft because he wants to develop relationship with players, I think the importance of developing that relationship with players is you have players that are willing to fucking, play harder for you and for the team. And so in Brian Flores's aspect, if you're not a Brian Flores guy, you're not I'm going to suck your dick and do what you tell me like a good little bitch. Brian Flores wanted nothing to do with you. And in that aspect, you draw ire from players on your team that are talented.
That's a terrible
But at
logo,
the
by the
same
way.
time,
Okay.
the argument comes down to this, though. I want to squash this argument about the being physical. Bro, during Flores's campaign, we were not physical either. Our offensive line was not physical. Our running game was not physical. So to say that, it's a Mike McDaniel issue, no, it's been an issue since the offensive line's been an issue 2 decades ago. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what,
goes
TT, but you know
across
what bothers
multiple
me, though?
coaches,
I like
multiple
that background, by the way.
GMs, and multiple owners. So let's not act like it's one coach. No, this goes back to fucking early 2000s.
But CT, but here's the thing, like and I understand we need to be physical, right? We need to be more hard nosed. I get that, but we also it's hard to kind of shit on the team, when half of their offensive line is missing. They got depth issues. All our weapons are hurt. Like, what the fuck did you want this team to do? You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
okay.
they're hurt.
Well,
They're
let me
banged up.
see you. Hold on. You're going to ask that question, and I'm going to answer you to the detriment of other fucking Greer dick suckers. Well,
Man.
it's a Greer problem. Okay?
Bullshit.
And why is it a Greer
bro?
problem?
You sound like the
Why
homie
is
split,
it-
bro.
Why is it a Greer problem, though? Just like I told all of y'all on the show a couple weeks ago, what happens if we go in this year, okay? We got this new revamped line. We brought in Brewer. Austin Jackson's still there. Teron Armstead's coming back. You re-signed Isaiah Wynn. You re-signed Kendall Lamb. We got Robert Jones or whoever the fuck ends up playing right guard. I don't know. But irregardless, if you get into more injury issues and the same thing happens this year, then we're going to be talking about 4 years in a row. It happened in the final year of Flores, where we had a bunch of injuries on the O-line. Okay. And the last 2 years with Mike McDaniel, we had injuries that became a huge problem on the offensive line. If we go into a 4th season where this offensive line and injuries become an issue, then it's a fucking GM problem.
Nope. It's a retool and go forward.
No, it's a
Plain and simple. That's the way it's gonna be. So 10 years. 10 years. That's what it needs to be.
I mean, the only shit, like I said,
McDaniel and Greer for 10 years.
Greer's
TT, you're
now
not
at what?
completely-
Greer's
TT,
now
you're
at
not-
7
No,
years.
That's
TT,
not what
you're
I
not
said. I
Oh,
said McDaniel and Greer for 10 years.
So we're 2 years deep.
Shit. So we got to
Yes.
deal with Greer for 10
Yes.
fucking years?
8 more.
8 more years? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, in 8 years when we haven't done shit and we're still having offensive line problems, I know who to come blame. Greer and fucking
And then,
Greenberg.
then you know what I'm going to say? Give them 11. Then I'll say give them 12. The only way we're booting those two out of here is if they both kick the bucket. I'm tired of the over or changing people in and out. It's time to fucking let people do their job and
Yes, sir.
enjoy
but if the
what we
guy's not
enjoy
doing
what we
his
get to
job
see.
correctly,
If you
why
don't
let him keep?
enjoy it, find another team.
MC
I'm with Green Rat.
JB. What's up,
My
bro?
thing is,
Come
bro,
on up.
MC, yes sir, in the building. But no, what I'm saying, Green Rat, is so if the guy's doing a shit job, why should he keep his job?
He's done far from a shit job, and you're not going to change my mind on it. And I mean, just like Bleezy said earlier, start to look at the players that have went through here, and just because they're not re-signing with us, sometimes you can't take it. It's you roll the dice and you either sign them really early before they become a great player, or you have to sit there and work with contracts. And really, it's the fucking agents that are running all these fucking players out of here. It's not the players themselves.
They're getting more money somewhere else.
It's the agents.
Yeah.
The agents want more money. They fucking play hardball with the fucking owners and stuff, and everybody goes somewhere else.
See, but why does that not happen?
It happens everywhere.
It does, but why does it seem that it happens more frequent with the Miami Dolphins?
Because we're Miami Dolphin fans. All of it affects us more because we are Miami fans.
I'm saying it's been. I read an article a couple of weeks ago that we have had over 12% more rookie players that we've signed or drafted have played well and gone on to sign with other teams, but the rest of the league is below 26%. We are literally at about 40%. Now, for those of y'all hearing this number for the first time, almost 40% of our rookie talent, we do not sign to a second contract. That is over 12% higher than the average for every other team. Why?
I mean, is that good? Is that good or bad? If they're bad,
that's fucking terrible.
No, I mean, I know. I'm talking about the player.
Because they don't like playing in front of the shitty fans of Florida.
If it's a bad player, we're not re-signing them either. So that could skew the that ratio.
Well, to a degree, yes, but they're talking about first, second round picks, guys who've gone on to other teams to sign high paying contracts. For example, Robert Hunt, Christian Wilkins. You had when we cut Illuminor, and Illuminor went on
everybody
to fucking play extremely well for whoever he went to.
But CT, and do y'all think that maybe we were just gearing up so we could pay Tua, Holland, Waddle, Phillips? You know, that might be why we let some of these people go this past year.
That's a fact.
No, it's because of the $28 million fucking contract.
That too. That's part of it. That's all part of it.
So we're getting sniped. We're getting sniped.
Yeah, but the thing is in that same aspect, I do believe or I agree with you that to an extent they're looking down the road at their other rookies. But the problem is the play comes into fact of Tua. Well, if you're worried about signing these other guys next year that aren't able to get their fifth-year options as far as Holland and Jalen Waddle until, what is it? I believe it's May 25th or something like that is the deadline for the fifth-year option thing. So you got
the
like
fifth-year thing on Waddle and stuff that's already, I mean, they might not be inked, but it's done.
Yeah.
That just gives him all year to go ahead and do a contract with them.
And that's what I was trying to. Yeah, and that's what I was trying to get at, Green Rat, is Greer admitted or, said in his press conference, what was it, last week, Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that. They essentially they're gonna put the 5th-year option on Holland and Waddle, which is great. But my
Not
thing
Holland,
was
just Waddle and Phillips.
oh, Phillips, sorry, not
Yeah.
you're right. It wasn't it was Phillips and Waddle. Sorry,
Yeah,
but yeah,
but they're doing that because
real quick, Irvin. What I was trying to get at though is, that's the long-term play in that aspect. But if your concern is about being able to afford them down the road, then having extending Tua this off season would give you cap relief for the next 2 years before you have to pay him big money. So if you were worried about trying to afford these other guys, then why are you stagnating on the Tua thing when it gives you money this year and next year before his real money kicks in?
The reason why, and I think this is a good reason why they extended Waddle and Phillips, is because Javon Holland doesn't have a 5th-year option since he was a 2nd-round pick. So they're making him a priority. So if Tua signs, he does create $10 million in cap space, right?
This year, no, this off season. But what about how much he creates next off season, Irvin?
I know, but again, that's just leaving money on the table for a potential Javon Holland deal.
Yeah, and that's my whole point is then why, if we know, and I Spotrack said you were right, 10 million this year. Spotrack says if they give him the large signing bonus next year, because it's an extension, right? So they'll give him some guaranteed money this year based on the 5th-year option salary, but the mega money will not hit the books next year, but the 3rd year. So they're saying that it would give you around 18 million next year on top of the 10 that you would get this year. So if you're worried about re-signing Holland and other guys, if you're gonna do it, why haven't you done it? And that's kind of my question there.
I got a little say after Irving answers.
Can you repeat that again, CT? I didn't.
So long story short, Spotrack, when we did it a couple weeks ago, it said if they extend Tua, they're going to give him a signing bonus this year, right? But they're also giving him a roster bonus for next year because it's an extension, right? He's still going to play the money of the 5th-year option, but they're going to give him a signing bonus to give more guaranteed money.
Right.
His big money won't kick in next year either because it's an extension. The roster bonus for next year will give him, again, they could spread that out as well as the signing bonus. So Tua's big money won't hit until not this year, not yet next year, but year 3. So if you did 10 million this year on signing him, Spotrack said you would also save 18 million next year.
Right.
That's $28 million.
Right.
Why haven't you done it? Because hold on, let me finish real quick. Because if that's the plan, extend Tua, sign Holland now.
Right.
Don't wait until next year.
I even think CT, and I even think that you should be I think you should have been putting as much priority on the Waddle deal because, bro, once those contracts of Justin Jefferson and Amon-Ra St. Brown and guys like Jamar Chase, when they get those contracts, bro, like those 25, 30, whatever years, bro, that contract, that shit's gonna blow up in their face, bro. Like the market for the top 5 wide receivers is gonna average around $30 million or close to it. So it's like, why don't you get the Waddle deal done before he becomes a fucking, before it becomes a pain in your ass? Because this team, especially with this general manager, he loves to wait on working on contracts when it's the last minute thing. You know what I mean? And it's like or he does, or it's usually a year before the like, why don't you just get it done now? You know what I mean? Before that shit blows
how
up.
do you know that there hasn't been talks already, preliminary talks, and the agents are asking for fucking obnoxious fucking money like Wilkins asked for?
Well,
Same, which is the
understanding with
same
Waddle,
agent I think I heard as Javon Holland, which wants to reset the
He's with
market coming
he's with
off of two
athletes first.
bad fucking knees.
Is Waddle with athletes first too?
I don't know
No.
about Waddle.
no, Waddle
no,
is
no.
not. But the thing is even with the Waddle thing, so we had talked about it earlier this offseason. Now we know Tyreek, not this year, but the year
But
after
I
is
agree
going to
with
make
you, CT, on the Javon Holland thing. My bad. I agree with you on the Javon Holland thing. I think you were right. You answered the question. I think why not get Javon Holland now, especially if you're creating the additional money, by adding some of the, I think what, if I'm correct, if using some of that the 5th-year option and and make that into like a roster bonus or a signing bonus.
Yeah, you
And then
get the
can create more.
signing, you get the
Right.
signing bonus this year,
Right.
and then you give him the roster bonus next year, which
Right.
both can be spread out. But you can't give it. You can give it to them in the same season, but it really gives you no benefit to do it. So what they were saying was you could push to his mega money to the 3rd year, and
Right.
so if you give 10 this year, if you have the ability, once you get the Xavier Howard money, right? Why
Right.
not work out a deal with fucking Holland so that not
Oh,
only
yeah,
that,
yeah.
quote
Yeah.
unquote, roll over to next year, right? Because you can
Mhm.
roll over salary cap. You roll whatever's left over, and then
Kiss my ass,
so it
Sleazy.
gives you an $18 million savings next year. Then
Yeah.
you
I
can
see what you
afford
mean.
Waddle. That's the whole point.
Hey,
100% agree with
so
you.
before we get off of the whole Holland thing, let me paint this picture. He wants to reset the market. He's coming off 2 bad knee fucking. His knees were fucking. Both of them were bad last year.
Yeah, he had bad
Why would
MCL
we want to
sprains,
pay
yeah.
him top fucking money when at 21 you have a chance to go get the Iowa player,
Oh yeah,
which could be? I'm just saying. Now
It's
you're
Cooper
talking
DeJean.
rookie money versus fucking resetting the market, and you can also go after some other people in free agency.
Yeah, I like Cooper DeJean. I'm gonna watch him.
bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch some more film on him tonight. Yeah, he could play corner. He could play safety. Yeah.
They said man. They said they don't want to put him out at corner because he does have some lack of speed per se, like top
He isn't
end speed.
fast.
But
He isn't.
Pop-Tart, baby.
I said lacked some. I didn't say he was slow, but they were saying that he can play fucking free safety and strong safety. And we watched the film after the other what was it? I don't know, last Wednesday or Friday. After Green Rat brought him up. Dude, he's physical enough in tackling. He can play that Rashad Jones or Brandon Jones role that Rashad Jones
I don't
role.
know about that. He's more of a ball. He's a good ball hawk, bro. He's got ball skills.
Go watch
what I
our
mean?
fucking last show, and we did the breakdown. And when you watch that shit, bro, they had him in fucking line.
Oh yeah,
He shedded two fucking blockers and made a tackle behind the line of scrimmage. He can absolutely
Holland. Him and
be a
Holland.
fucking
he can
strong
play.
safety.
I'm not
It's just
denying
the
he can
point
play
that
safety.
Holland wants all that money, and
I'm saying he's more of a
he
better.
was slow at the end of the year.
Yeah, but
And
I'm
everybody
just saying.
knows it.
I'm just saying that Cooper DeJean is a ball hawking safety. He's not. He's a better ball hawk than Brandon Jones was. But yeah, I agree. He's versatile. Like, you use him as a box. You can use him on the line of scrimmage as a blitzer.
Punt returner.
in the slot. Yeah, he's a good punt returner as well.
And
Like,
he fucking returned. When I saw the returning on top of his play, I was like,
That guy's a beast.
God damn.
and
Like,
he can play man or zone, bro. He's a good zone guy and he's a good man guy.
There are these
The only-
stupid mock drafts and stuff. I've seen him go from anywhere from like off the board at 15 to into the
Like high
second round.
right? Like high second
Yeah.
round. Yeah.
So who knows? And I also
No,
saw him go to the Bills, which will piss me off.
yeah. Well, we read his scouting report and we did
what about if he goes to the
on
Jets?
the last show, so you have to go fucking
We'll be
rewatch
excited.
the last
Well, they've
show.
talked about him going to Pittsburgh.
Yeah, he fits Pittsburgh. He does fit
Yes,
there.
he does very well.
Let's address this real quick, Josue. Yeah, we're not picking Powers Johnson number one. He got all that
trending
We're picking Harrison.
He's talking about measuring his Johnson.
Oh, you talking about how powerful is his Johnson?
He said, "Let me bust out the tape measure on Jackson Powers." But hey, Josue, you can measure all you want, but his size of his dick has nothing to do with the fact that he's been dealing with a neck injury for 2 years. And yeah, I don't want nothing to fucking do with that, brother.
Josue hurt.
Hey,
Josue-
let me ask you guys a question real quick. You guys having a pre-draft show before the Thursday?
Yeah,
Ah,
we're
okay.
gonna have to
Yeah, I wasn't here last week, man. I would have loved to be part of your show last week, man. I guess, whatever.
Yeah, you're out there measuring dicks with Josue. Look at he said. He said, measure your Johnson. MC.
He was on the Jet forums last week.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Yeah, no, we're gonna be live. We're gonna be live for the draft.
I'm on Dolphin Spaces 24/7, baby. What are you talking about?
I mean,
I saw you on
I see you out there all the time. I pop in.
I will be honest. I have been on Jet Spaces, but as a listener, because I gotta collect some information on the enemy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
I
gotta keep my ears out in the ACs.
Mustache. It's
And
like being
Bill's
hit with a mustache. He said, "I got a reason for it."
That's Spider-Man.
Hey, I gotta go behind enemy lines, bro. I gotta do my thing.
He's slinging webs.
Yeah,
He said,
bro.
"You gotta go behind enemy lines and take it from behind." But anyway,
shit.
long story short, Josue is yeah, man. We look. Powers got the pre combine hype. And he did perform pretty well as far as statistics are concerned, as far as the combine. But yeah, they released some of his medical reports that are extremely concerning. And one being he has had an ongoing neck issue for the past 2 years. We already know what's going on with Eazy-E and his neck issue. And me, myself, in my position, I do not like an offensive lineman to have a neck or back issue. That's kind of a no touch with a 20-foot pole for me. If you have a lineman with a neck or back injury, no, not interested. Sorry.
What do you guys think of Graham Barton, Duke
Thumbs
guy?
up. I think he'll be gone by 21. But if
because I'm hearing like Miami's narrowing their choices to Jared Verse, Xavier Worthy, and Graham Barton, and a dark horse might be Amarius Mims out of Georgia.
I'll take Barton at 21 if he's
like
available.
Barton. Dante Collinelli out of the 33rd team. He also writes for SI and Dolphins Talk. He wrote a good breakdown on Graham Barton. I'll share it here in the chat so you guys could take a look at it.
Shout out to Ryder McConnell, dude. McConnville. Sorry, I apologize. Bro, his shit's good, man. I like his shit. It's really in depth. And what I like is it kind of gets boring for me but I do like the fact that he breaks it down for the fucking idiots. So, yeah, man, check Ryder out, man. His shit's good. For those y'all are really educated, yeah, it'll kind of be boring, but the overall message is important. But because he stops to break it down for all the fucking Cajuns, sometimes it is a little bit slow. But that's the only drawback. Hello?
Yes, sir. We can hear you, CT.
All right. No, I was saying, damn,
I had to
finished
take
it.
a Michael K, so I missed. Who's the Cajun?
Ah, shit, he had to piss.
I put the links. I put the breakdown video from Rioter, and I wouldn't wipe. That's one ugly ass jersey, by the way. I wouldn't. I'm sorry. I put
Wait, what team do you
Ryder
like,
McConville.
Spidey? They're trash.
What I got? I'm sorry. I'm with my three Larry O'Briens over here. You know, just chilling. You know, something that the Magic fans will never know. You know what I mean? They went to the finals twice, ended up empty-handed. You know what I mean? They've only won what? They got swept the first time with the Rockets, and they only won one game against the Lakers last time they were in the finals. So
The Kobe
yeah,
Lakers. The Kobe
yeah.
Lakers.
We've been to the finals like 7 times.
Hey!
Bro,
Oh,
the
shit,
Heat
I
are the
can't believe I didn't
8th
see
seed.
that.
No, the Heat
Hey.
fans can't talk this year. Y'all motherfuckers
Can't
are
talk.
the
We were in the
8th seed,
finals
so you
last year,
can't-
bro. Where
so
was your
enjoy
team at?
enjoy
Aren't you guys
playing
like a
Boston.
perennial fucking draft lottery team and
No.
shit?
No,
You're like in
enjoy
the
Boston
basement.
because we
You're
have
you're a basement
Oh, he
dweller in the
said
Eastern
lottery
Conference.
draft.
22-year-olds.
Magic suck.
Yes,
21
sir.
and
They're
22.
You guys
getting their
are
ass
basement
whooped by
dwellers,
a
bro.
shitty ass
What the hell
Cleveland's
you
team.
know about Heat culture, baby? Hey, anyway,
Irvin,
I
you
don't know
gotta
about the
stop.
Heat, but I
He's
know about the
upset,
Magic.
bro. You know he's upset because the Magic suck. And then he talked all that shit about how the Lightning were gonna sweep the fucking
No, I didn't.
Panthers.
I said they're gonna
And
whoop them
the
6.
Panthers done
Magic and
spanked that
I
ass
said
on
Lightning and
Sunday.
6. Lightning
And
and
Yeah.
both of his fucking teams suck. The Magic are down 0-2. The fucking Lightning are down 0-1, about to be down 0-2 tomorrow night, baby. And Colin just said we
You
gotta
can't even beat
put
the
out there.
Cavaliers, bro. You can't even beat the fucking Cavaliers, bro.
We gotta
Like, come
put him
on,
on.
Colin's
man.
gonna have to rebuild his
prevention.
fucking sports show because his
Bro,
embarrassment from last week
the
was
Celtics
bad.
like what? We've beaten the Celtics like twice in the last 3 years or something like that. Like
Bro,
nah.
you're the 8th seed. You had to do the play-in tournament, so you can't talk.
Playing tournament. We were in the bro. We were in the NBA Finals with three undrafted players,
No, I'm talking
and we
about
knocked
this
out the
season.
#1 seed to get through, and we knocked out Boston that was #2 seed.
I'm just talking about this season.
Man,
That's all
win
Magic
a
fans are talking
win a
about.
That's all he
semifinals
wants
before
to
you
talk
talk to me.
about. That's all he wants to talk about,
Win a
Irvin.
semifinals. Win a
We
semifinals.
will talk
This
about
season.
this season.
We're gonna sweep y'all
So
in the
hold
we're
on,
gonna sweep y'all
Irvin.
in the
He
first round,
kind of
and we're gonna
sounds like a Buffalo Bill fan.
Yep,
Hey,
exactly. There you go. You want the
again, you
comparison?
want
There
to
you
talk
go.
about this year? Let's talk about this year, Colin. This
Okay.
year in the playoffs, your team is down 0-2 to the shitty ass Cavaliers. So let's talk
just
about
like
this year.
no, just like your team, we're
You
about
want
to
to talk
go.
shit?
Well, y'all only played them once, but y'all know you're about to lose tomorrow. So what I'm saying is
Okay.
that
Yeah,
All right.
without our best fucking player, brother.
okay,
Good
that's
for
fine.
you.
I don't care. I'm saying that the Magic, once they come back to Orlando, we're gonna win both games.
Oh
Just
my
like you
God,
think
here
your
we go.
Heat might have a chance at winning.
Hey, he was saying that the fucking Lightning were gonna sweep the Panthers. The
No, I
Cavs are
didn't
gonna
say sweep.
fucking
I
sweep
said
the
their total
Magic.
is
All I
6,
know, the
bro.
Magic are down 0-2 right now. So
To the
until
Cavs,
y'all
we're
win a
about to be
game, y'all
down
can't
0-2
talk
to the
shit.
best.
But
We're about to be down
anyways,
0-2 to the
Go
best team in the
Panthers.
East.
But anyways, hey y'all, I got a Grant. I put the Grant Barton link in the private chat, and I put Ryder's breakdown of Grant Barton in the private chat, so y'all want to
Put
check
it
it
in
out.
you gotta fucking put it in the fucking chat for everybody watching to go watch it too.
Oh,
Bro, I
that's
need
right.
the
I could do
Magic
that.
fans
My
in the
bad. I
chat
could
to
do that.
fucking
I
show up.
forgot.
Magic
I'm a
fans in the
dumbass.
chat, show
Yes,
up, man,
you
because
are.
these Heat
But
fans try
hey,
to
at
take us
least you're
over.
not Colin, right? At least you're
Yeah.
not Colin.
I'm telling you, these Magic fans, we're not in hiding anymore. This season has brought out the true Magic fans, and you know, it's like
All I can see is Colin coming out to the song. It's magic, and he's coming out of the closet with the taking his paper bag off his head.
You
The
see,
magic.
that's the Orlando Magic official uniform, bro.
Collins reminds me
Paper
of
bag.
Alex Diaz with his fucking love for
Yes.
the
Oh
fucking
my
Knicks.
God. Yes. Green Rat, you fucking hit it on the
bro, I'll show y'all what Orlando
Woo!
Magic jersey looks like.
Biggest Magic homer, man. Hey, did
Jose,
you see my Avi?
that's why
Kyle?
he's
Did
getting
you see my
like,
Avi?
that's how
That's
this
why
tiny
Jose-
gets out of the watermelon.
Bro, I saw your avatar, Spider-Man.
Bro,
I'm
we've been
telling
whooping
you
your ass.
that
Bro,
y'all
we've
are
been
the eighth
owning
seed
Florida
and
since
y'all are trash.
1988. We've been owning Florida. We've been owning the state of Florida since 1988, baby. Okay, we got three chips,
Bro, we won the
7 Eastern
division this
Conference
year.
Finals.
Wait a
We've been
second.
dominating
Wait a
in the
second. We
Southeastern
won the
Conference, and
division this
before
year.
that, the
How?
Atlantic
Wait,
Division.
the Heat fans can
Man,
suck my dick
go somewhere.
because we
Go
won the
somewhere.
division this year, the Southwest. So wait.
Y'all the Buffalo Bills of the NBA.
Oh, that's cold.
Damn.
You want to mess with my Heat? You're gonna get the business, baby.
Bro, the Heat, y'all
We
lost
got a
the
Hall of
division
Fame
this year.
coach. We
How
got a
are y'all
Hall of Fame
talking
coach.
trash when y'all lost the division? CT, say something for
Oh
your
wow,
Heat,
we're in the
bro.
NBA. We're the defending Eastern Conference champions.
I'm
You
talking
can
about our
cry. You can cry
division,
about
bro.
your little division title and all that shit.
Yeah,
I don't give a
division
fuck.
title, baby. Let's
Y'all get
Yeah,
excited
go.
and
about that
then
because that's
the one
Let's
the
that
only
go.
still
accomplishment you
went
guys are
to the
capable of.
Bleezy,
finals.
roll one up for us because I'm ready to fire it up to celebrate this division
Man,
title.
y'all haven't even won a game against the Cavaliers. Like, pipe down, buddy.
Hey, let's smoke it up because that's the only way that your dumbass can watch a Magic game is if you're fucking high. Because if not, you see that again, even the Miami Heat without Butler, no, we weren't going to beat Boston. Even with Butler, we probably weren't going to beat Boston. But with you guys essentially fully fucking healthy, you can't beat the fucking Cavs.
Bro, the
Come
Yeah,
Cavs have a
on,
lot of
exactly.
bro.
guys
That's
that
my
were in
point.
playoffs, bro. You're underestimating the Cavs. They have that guy that you were talking about that was just on fucking the guy that you said is fuck. Yes,
Whoa,
sir.
hey,
No, the
yo.
guy the white guy
The
that
Card
fucking
liked your post.
the guy
Nice.
that you said
Yes,
shoots and
sir.
he's iffy.
Yes, sir. I like that.
That got traded earlier that you were talking about might have been on the Heat.
But
Shout
hey,
out.
notice my bad, Colin. Notice how Bleezy did not call him Pop Tart. So it's probably why we got the fucking like.
I know. Yo, hey, listen.
We
Until
need to
y'all,
sign Eichenberg to
until
an
you, hey, you
extension.
guys, yeah, you guys haven't been fucking relevant since Dwight Howard, bro. So like, pipe down and sit down.
Bro, we won the division this year, man. Y'all are
Y'all haven't been
trash,
relevant
man.
since Dwight
We're
Howard.
still, bro.
So stop it.
We're still in the
Nah, they
playoff
haven't been
spot.
relevant since Shaq and fucking Penny Hardaway, bro.
That's all
Stop
right,
it.
bro. That's all right.
MC.
Damn.
MC and
CT,
Amicus in the building. What's
CT,
going on,
man.
boys?
But
We
hey,
won the
CT, bro.
division this year.
What's going on, guys?
Stop kicking. It's already dead, bro.
We
Stop
won the
kicking it. It's
division this
already
year,
dead.
Spidey. We won the division.
MC, what's happening, bro? What you been up to, man?
Shit, working my ass off.
Kind
Yeah,
of
you
like
are
them
working your
shitty
ass off.
fucking Braves too.
Ooh. Hey, that's his team. Don't talk shit about his team that way.
That ain't my team.
Oh shit. Speaking of not talking shitty about people's teams, fuck the
Nah, the
Bills.
fucking
There you go.
Marlins talk.
What's
I don't
going
know
on,
about the
Amicus?
Hey, the
Shit, the
Braves
fucking-
have
hey.
the best fucking
What's up,
team in
Amicus?
MLB. The
Hey,
best team.
Oh, man.
Colin, the Miami Marlins have had more success than the fucking Orlando Magic, and that's fucking pathetic.
Jeez.
We're number one in Major League Baseball. Number one, fellas. Let's go. The
What's
Braves.
up, man? What's good, Amicus? How you doing, buddy?
What's good? What's good?
They still have a team in Atlanta?
The best team, Red Rat.
We got 3 teams in Atlanta. I ain't saying Atlanta.
Amicus, was that before or after Chipper Jones got fucking caught sleeping with 4 or 5 different women?
That's after we won the World Championship, the World Series 2 years ago. You remember that during the COVID year? I do believe the Atlanta Braves they won.
Off
Yeah.
the old block, was he?
It was actually after the COVID year, 2021.
Well, was it really a COVID year, or was it kind of blended into a couple of years?
Nah, it wasn't. Nah, hell no.
Really, there was an
30
official
games is
COVID
they play.
year.
How could you fucking tell?
Hey,
Okay.
MC, I didn't know the Marlins.
Go ahead and put
I
that
didn't know.
asterisk next to that COVID shit.
Hey, MC, I didn't know the Marlins wild card games counted as a playoff win against the Cubs during the pandemic. I didn't know that was a playoff win. So
Marlins one of the worst teams in Major League Baseball too.
oh hell yeah, I agree.
That's all right, because I was there when fucking the Marlins won their fucking World Series. Fucking
Twice. I was in
Moises
both.
Abreu, fucking Edgar Renteria, bro. Those were
Ivana
fucking
Hernandez.
yeah, bro. Yeah,
Jeff
Rodriguez, Pudge Rodriguez.
No, that was the
You go
second
to the
time. That was the
parade?
second championship. Pudge.
You know,
I know, but I'm
Dontrell Willis was the second team that won the title. Miguel Cabrera, all those motherfuckers. Alex Rodriguez, the shortstop.
did y'all go to the parade after they won?
I went to both of them. I went to the title. I went to the title celebration, like where they were presenting the trophy and what was known as Pro Player Stadium. That and I went to the championship parade up in well, I didn't go to the championship parade. Where I went to the night that they won. I went to where they usually celebrate the
strip club.
The title win? No, it's
don't say strip club around Colin.
It's the street in Hialeah. It's called I think it's 49th Street. Yeah, 49th Street, West 49th Street, and everybody goes with their fucking pots and pans and fucking celebrate over there. You know. But I didn't. I had a fucking
championship ring. All the fucking spics out there, fucking banging their wooden spoons on their
yeah. No, and not only that, but I had a cousin that worked in the ticketing department for the Miami Marlins, and he has a fucking championship ring, like an actual Marlins.
Colin, he would have ended up in the strip club.
Oh, man. Colin, if he was old enough, he would live at it, bro.
Bro, I need to ask y'all Heat fans, why is Jimmy Butler hurt? Because y'all had to play in the play-in, because y'all are trash, man. Fucking the 8th seed.
Bro, he literally, bro.
I'm telling you.
Colin.
Well, the Orlando Magic are down 0-2. The Miami Heat are about. Bro, y'all don't get smashed by the Celtics. My Lakers are beating the Denver Nuggets right now, though.
Hey,
oh shit!
Hey, I think
that won't last.
Lakers are gonna lose too. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I'm a Lakers fan. We're beating the Nuggets right now. I'm a Braves fan. We're best in MLB, and the 4-time AFC East Buffalo Bills are coming back for a 5th. Let's go.
Psych.
No. Without Josh Allen's little do boy, they gonna suck dick this year.
Yeah.
Haters are gonna hate, CT. Hate away, my friend. Hate away.
Hey, Mr. Swifty over there, calm yourself down.
Y'all gonna get a receiver or what?
Who?
They're gonna shake it off.
I'm looking at Brian Thomas Jr. out of LSU. I'm thinking AD Mitchell might be a possibility. Then again, we could just move up and grab a Dunze or possibly Marvin Harrison Jr. Who knows? The possibilities are endless.
No, y'all suck.
I will give Amicus credit. I did bring up the podcast on the show, or not podcast, the presser from Bean, and they asked him. He said, "Well, you do know that we have fucking however many picks this year, and we got however many picks next year." He goes, "I wouldn't discount the possibility of us moving up to grab one of these elite wide receivers." Quote unquote.
Like Malik Neighbors. That's a possibility, right? Let's go.
I saw a mock draft where the Bills moved up and took a quarterback.
Oh shit!
Well, that's
I
what
did.
you need, Orange Rat, a quarterback.
That's not me shooting shit at you, Amicus. I truly saw that happen on a mock draft, and I laughed my ass off. I mean, talk about fucking stupid.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, hey, who wants to go to the strip club?
Oh, see, you done fucking said strip club, and now Colin is gonna fucking ADHD his way and fucking hyper focusing on the strip club. Next thing you know, he's gonna ask us if the strip club has good food, because remember, anytime we talk about hot girls or shit, Colin starts talking about food. So that'll be the next question.
CT, you missed it, I think, unless you rewatched the episode, right? But you left, and we were talking about the strip club like a few nights ago, and Colin was getting all hot and heavy, and it was just, I don't know, man.
I missed it. My phone fucking died. And by the time my phone fucking charged, you guys have been off for like 20 minutes. So,
yeah, Colin's got this sick infatuation with the strip club life now. So, I mean, it is what it is.
See, it's Bleezy done fucking did it to him. Fucking telling him all the backstage and Bleezy, you know, fucking letting Colin know what it is.
Don't say Backpage. He doesn't even know what that is. He done fucked up now, CT.
He said backstage.
Oh, I thought you said Backpage.
Oh, shit. We're getting banned for that one.
But no,
we're getting banned for that one. By the way,
I told Colin to stay away.
Well, no. What about Dolphins Realtor? He was coming in with the good information, bro. Too. He was saying he knew all the spots in Daytona, Fort Lauderdale, and he even know where to go to extra.
That's because he owns them, Colin. He fucking owns them.
Yeah, what is the relationship there?
Shout out to
man. Shout out to Dolphins Realtor for real. Love him, appreciate it, man. But yeah, man, the thing is, man, it's all fun and games, but some people hyper focus, whether it's betting or whatever. Just don't be one of those dudes that live at the strip club, fat as fuck, eating the free chicken wings. Because if you eat the chicken wings, you get a free lap dance. Like, don't become that dude.
He already asked what the champagne room is, how much strawberries cost, and all that shit. He's fucked.
Come on, roses. How much roses they are?
Yeah, he's done.
Go back and listen to it. I tell the story of when I get thrown out of a strip club back in the day.
I gotta go back. I gotta go back and watch.
You got to. I told a story of being surrounded by a bunch of bikers at a strip club.
That was a good job.
I'm good with the strip clubs. I'll tell you that backstage, but yeah, no, I'm good.
But no, I'm about ready to get this draft over with, man. It's been sliced and diced every which way, huh? Amicus?
Like we started the show with, man, you can never predict how it's going to go. All we ask, or at least in my opinion, all you can ask is that Greer has the propensity to draft a BPA at a position of need, and it leads him to reach for guys. And this year's not the year to reach. You need guys who can come in and produce now, and you can't take a flyer on anybody. You're in a championship window. You got a good fucking team. You're getting some guys back healthy. You know, you can't fuck around, and that's why I brought up the O-line issue earlier. If we go into a fourth year with O-line injury problems, at some point you have to consider that the GM and or the scouting process is not doing you any favors, and you may need to make adjustments, because if you can't bring in solid backup dudes or bring in young talent, but we don't have young talent because Greer says fuck them picks. So everybody wants to give Greer a pass on every little fucking thing, but nobody wants to go, oh, but he would be better if this. Well, he created that situation. Oh, but if he did better at but he created that situation.
But Mike
I'm tired of
McDaniel had a
people
first round pick.
Greer a fucking pass.
What, Green
Okay.
Rat?
Greer, McDaniel's already had a first round pick. Just so you know.
Oh,
With Jalen Ramsey or Chubb?
who did?
No, it'd be Tyreek Hill.
Well, okay, yeah, whatever. Okay, another one. That's fine. But my point is, you don't draft young guys that you can have on cheap contracts, play well, and then if you pay them early enough and you're adverse to your situation and aware of what's going on salary cap wise, you could be much more effective at what he's doing. His ability to draft guys that give an immediate impact can improve. We can talk about all of these things independently, and people want to dismiss them independently instead of realizing, yeah, if these were one-off issues, it wouldn't be a problem. It's the fact that there are a multitude of one-off issues that happen repeatedly, and Greer fucking dick suckers cannot get it through their head. It's a culmination of all of the issues, not one at a time. And we know that Stephen Ross held on to Mike Tannenbaum too long. He held on to Dennis Hickey too long. If Greer's not the dude, then move the fuck on. Stop hanging on to these fucking losers. And that's what Greer is.
Well, we'll see.
Well, they want to get rid of the loser fans too, but I mean, we keep quite a few of y'all on here on our Miami Dolphins team.
Yeah, I mean, it's not my fault.
I mean, if you can't enjoy the fucking game and enjoy what's coming up every year, then you're watching the wrong fucking sport or the wrong team.
So to try to hold the GM accountable and not go, well, fuck it, it doesn't matter.
Well,
No,
your accountability of what they're doing and versus someone else's obviously isn't the same, because there's a buttload of people that thinks he's doing a good job. So maybe you should look in the mirror and see if maybe that you could be wrong about what you're seeing.
Damn.
Yeah, or is it that people are biased toward Greer because he got rid of Flores, and the fact that on top of the fact that he got rid of Flores in his little power struggle, that Stephen Ross goes, oh, well, if I turn around and I fire Greer, then I'm going to look like the dumbass because I fired fucking Flores for Greer, but then I'm going to turn around and have to fire Greer.
Maybe we're just giving fucking Greer a pass for
he's
firing
a fucking dumbass like Flores,
and we'll give him a pass for 10 years.
And again,
if you don't like it, don't be a Dolphin fan.
Greer is a dumbass just like Flores, but Ross doesn't want to fucking see himself have to take the blow of the Flores bullshit, losing draft picks, and then go, oh, by the way, let me fire the guy that I fired for said head coach.
That man said, look in the fucking mirror.
Where's the Web Jets at? Is he still up here?
No.
That's too bad.
Spidey's out. Spidey, but he didn't leave on his own merit. His internet sucks.
Come back in. The thing about Greer or the Flores people don't need to be mad at McDaniel. They should be mad at Greer.
And not only that, but this is what pisses me off the most is the fucking Flores cocksuckers are still thinking about Flores, dreaming about Flores, comparing to Flores and all of that. He's been on 2 different fucking teams in 3 fucking years. and y'all are still fucking
Well,
giving
how
a fuck
fucking stupid can
about
you be?
Brian Flores.
As long as Tua is a Miami Dolphin, Flo is going to be brought up. The comparisons are going to be made to any coach afterwards.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
Yeah,
just that's
and
just
we
the way
can
it is. Accept it
we
and don't
can already
bitch about
see
it all the time.
though, because it's a fucking moot point to argue when
It is a
stupid
moot point, so why do you do it?
because there's stupid fucks
Damn.
like you want to give fucking Brian Flores credit. And fucking
Look in
Mike
the mirror.
McDaniel has already unlocked Tua and fucking shown you that Brian Flores was full of shit and
Brian
stupid as
Flores
fuck.
did a great job taking a fucking no-name bunch of players from Walmart and somehow
On
winning
defense,
5 games.
on
I'll give him that.
defense, on defense,
That's fine.
where he's
That's fine.
supposed
Did he win the
mastermind.
game? Did
And
he win the
again-
games?
Yes, and again, we knew he was a fucking defensive mastermind. The fucking fact that he failed offensively and his ability to communicate with his own fucking staff were the issue, not
Why
the
do you
defensive.
hate CT? I'm not a Dolphins fan, but why do you hate Flores so much again? I don't understand.
No, I don't hate Flores. My thing is again, he's a fucking elite defensive coordinator. Okay. He's great at defense. If you ask him to do something offensively and handling staff, again, being a Bills fans, you've been on these shows often enough. He signed Jim Caldwell to be his offensive coordinator. The dude fucking stepped away, quote unquote, for health reasons after 2 days. And then 2 months later, he was holding a senior assistant fucking position at another team halfway across the country. Okay.
He
So
couldn't get out fast enough.
number one. That's number one. Number two, I hate to say this because it's not a reflection, I think, on Brian Flores. It's more of his ability to play well with others, that he wanted to bring in young guys at O-line coach, O-line coach, offensive coordinator, all of this bullshit, because he didn't want a bunch of fucking alphas around him worried about if they're going to take his job or not. And the reason I bring up that point is Mike McDaniel has the fucking goddamn cojones to hire the guy that everybody assumed if he fucked up was going to be the next head coach of the Miami Dolphins. And he goes, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to bring him in because he's going to help me win. Brian Flores was not that way. And again, great defensive mind, but he didn't play well with others. His communication skills and his ability to lead an entire team. I don't think that. Somebody's fucking.
Are we still talking
dead.
Brian Flores? Are we still talking Brian Flores though?
Yeah, because you fucking brought it up.
So
He's a
Spidey,
dickhead.
Spidey, you got bad feedback. So when you're not talking, mute yourself, please. But you good, go ahead.
Are you mad? Are you mad that Flores wouldn't do the Brady thing and kind of like?
Oh shit, it's not Spidey. Who in the fuck is
He's
it?
got the echo.
Somebody does.
Spidey, because he's muted right now.
Well, so is Colin. Spidey, unmute yourself.
I think it was
But no, long story short, I don't hate Flores. I just think that
hey,
I want a more complete head coach. I don't want just a DC trying to pull shit. And that I've made the same argument about Mike McDaniel. I get flustered with Mike McDaniel and the fact that I get it. You want to trust your guys. You bring in Vic Fangio. You let Fangio run his side of the ball. You run your side of the ball. You guys communicate when you have to, blah, blah, blah. But it's the best for the team. But then obviously that doesn't turn out that way. But Mike McDaniel had the balls to bring in a guy who could have took his job. and he had
Right.
no qualms about it.
Oh, you
And
mean Vic Fangio?
yeah.
Yeah.
Versus Brian Flores when he chased Caldwell out of town after 2 fucking days, and then Caldwell signed with another fucking team, essentially doing the same shit less than 2 months later. But he said he had to leave the Dolphins because of health reasons. Well, obviously, whatever the fucking health reasons were, they really weren't that fucking bad if you were literally 2 months later with another team.
Well, maybe he didn't know they were that bad.
Green Rat, what were you gonna ask me, brother?
Well, I was just gonna see if CT and Nene are fucking related.
Oh, they're related. I think he's related to Spliff too.
Yes, I think so too.
Yep.
Man,
He actually sounds a lot more like Spliff though, because like him and Spliff got the same issues with Chris Greer, and they both like Tua. Like they're both Tua supporters, but they fucking hate Chris Greer.
But the thing is I don't
I give credit to Spliff because Spliff has been talking about the offensive line issues for a very long time, for years, that our offensive line has been the main problem with this offense. But go ahead, CT. My bad. I was just learning.
No, you're fine. I was saying I don't necessarily Greer. I just get frustrated when people come out and suck his dick and want to overpraise him. And that's where I play the devil's advocate of, look, he's somewhere in the middle, but I get frustrated at his shortcomings. You can be happy with what he does well, but when he doesn't do certain things well, you're allowed to bitch about it. And
but here's
that's
the thing,
where,
CT.
my thing is it's the opposite. Like, I don't come out here and just trash fucking Greer until somebody starts sucking on his dick.
Oh, yes, you do. You trash Greer almost constantly.
That's a
fact. It's always response
Greer.
when somebody says Greer did such an amazing job building this
You
team.
constantly say that Greer sucks dick as much as you say Josh Allen sucks dick.
Yeah.
I mean, they both suck a lot. So, I mean,
you see what I mean? But CT, I was just gonna say that with Chris Greer, like I think for me, he's had a lot more successes than failures. But when he does make mistakes, right, and he does have failures, they're
memorable. They're memorable.
Really bad. They're really bad, bro. And they hurt.
That's
bro.
my whole thing is it's like people tried to compare
Don't you fucking say Noah, Bleezy, if that was you.
My God.
Oh, Noah's a fucking bum. Stop.
But anyway, my whole point was just like we got mad at Hickey. Remember when Hickey drafted fucking Jordan and the dude couldn't stop smoking weed to play a game of fucking football? Like, dude,
he's the one who scouted him, bro.
That was Dennis Hickey. That was Dennis Hickey's last draft before Tannenbaum took over. So, yes.
Damn, Josue.
And the thing is, bro, like, the things that Greer does bad, they're so memorable versus really the Deion Jordan is the only one off the top of my head I can nail on Dennis Hickey, where we know Dennis Hickey was full of fuck ups, but it's the ones that are memorable. You know what I mean? And with Greer, it's the blatant ones that just fucking keep burning this imprint in your fucking brain. And every time it goes, oh yeah, it's so great.
It's because of the media coverage and everything, and people are able to talk about it. I think it makes everything twice as bad as it really is.
Maybe that's true.
I think it's just you hear people talking. I mean, today on Twitter crap, I mean, they just kept someone came on there, and Spidey might know who it was, but it might have been Dade or something, County or something. He was saying, about Tua, that when he would wake up, he would hear people saying, "You suck, you suck, you suck, you suck," and ESPN, "You suck, you suck." And sometimes you have to look in the mirror and say, "Do I do suck?" And that's what he did.
Yeah, and guess what? He came out fucking swinging and proved that Brian Flores, again, as great as a defensive mind as he was not equipped to evaluate offensive players, and he brought in a staff that was not very good at evaluating players. If his staff was the one telling him that Tua sucks, then they were incorrect because the fucking numbers and his play have proved it. Now, will he ever be elite? I don't know. I think he's a great quarterback. He's above average, more than above average, into that great spectrum for me, but he's not elite. He's not a fucking Josh Allen with arm strength. He's not a fucking Jalen Hurts running all over the field or a fucking Lamar Jackson, but he can get the job fucking done, and he's not a Kirk Cousins or
so why are you blaming that on Flo? Because he couldn't get offensive people in the right spots.
Flo wanted Tua out of here. That's what
he wanted. Yeah, bro, he wanted Tua out of here. He fucking wanted to tell Tua he sucked. He wanted to tell Ross that he can't win with Tua. Go trade for Deshaun Jackson, even though, Deshaun Jackson not Deshaun Jackson, damn it. Deshaun Watson, he's not the same fucking player. He pulled the Le'Veon Bell where he sat out a year because he said, I'm not playing this year because I refuse to settle with these women. But then a year later, you settle with the women. So if you had done that and played one of your fucking prime years of your physical life, you sat out.
That analysis, Le'Veon Bell to him, bro. That made me understand.
Yeah, and it's like what the reasoning is different, right? LeVar,
but I thought that was Greer's fault.
Wanted to stay out for money, but Watson wanted to do it out of principle. But here's the whole thing: so Flo fucking wanted Watson. Flo wanted this guy. Flo wanted that guy. Flo wanted fucking Tom Brady. He wanted this guy, that guy. Okay.
Well, I thought it doesn't matter who the fuck Flo wants. It's fucking Greer.
That's my whole point, though. And if Greer is complicit,
no, which one is it now? Was it Flo or Greer?
Flo wanted Watson.
It was absolutely Flores, and that's why Flores is out the fucking door.
Okay, then Greer's cleared of all things that happened between that time when Flo was coach.
No, I agree that I don't think that it was Greer's fault.
So we can't. You can't be mad at Greer for anything right now.
Shout out to Greer.
I could be mad at him for
you can be a Greer dick sucker.
Players. We could talk about Cameron Good. We could talk about what's his name, the other linebacker. The fact that I don't even remember his name is sad.
Greer has a get out of jail free card.
A top 5 to 10 fucking quarterback. A fucking $28 million fucking.
Maybe we should have. We should have
defensive end, fucking Byron Jones,
fucking Leo Chanel,
fucking Van Ginkel got paid,
Liam Eichenberg over
Robert Hunt got paid.
CT Greer is who we thought he was, and you let him off the hook.
That's what I'm saying. You just have to work him around till you get the right spot to where he'll start blaming someone else and hating on him. Then you can get him to like Greer again. That's how I work it.
Yeah, you fell for the Indian toe trap, CT, and Green Rat laid it out perfectly, and you just jumped in that motherfucker.
I don't know what an Indian toe trap is, but I would like to find out.
It doesn't change the fact that after fucking Flores, fucking Greer's still been fucking up. So again, I've said it. It goes across multiple coaches, multiple GMs, multiple owners, mind you. All the way back when Huizenga owned the fucking team, we had the same fucking problems year after year after year.
Again, if you get so angry and pissed off about it, why are you still a Dolphins fan?
Because I'm still fucking loving and emphatic about my team. But if I see a fucking GM and people doing stupid shit, I'm going to say something because in
You should call for
reality,
But
Chris
not
Drew's head. You should
most
call for
people
Chris
don't
Drew's
think
head.
it's stupid. That's what.
You think he's an idiot? You know.
Anyhow, Amicus, I did see in a mock draft that the Bills moved up to, I think, number 19
Yeah.
and took Cooper DeJean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've seen a few
I would hate that.
scenarios.
That would
I
be
would
a double
fucking-
Hawkeye in your backfield.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Green Rat. Like Bill's
Who's the other
Mafia
Hawkeye?
is not.
bunch
They're
chuckers
not
in his
too.
backfield.
Bill's Mafia is not too happy about the prospect of going to any premium position outside of wide receiver. But the truth is, it could happen because 5 of those cats could be gone by 28. And if one of listen, if 5 wide receivers go before 28, and you get a few offensive linemen as well, there's going to be a premium edge rusher or a premium DB that's at 28. It's just, that's the numbers, right? So
Well,
I mean, we
they
may
had
have,
him
we may
moving.
have to do
They
that.
actually had him
drop,
moving
bro.
up to 19, though.
I heard a
Yeah,
Roma
but they
Dunze-
could fall as well. There's like Chop Robinson, Latte, like those guys could be there at
Yeah,
28.
It could be interesting. I mean, these mock drafts, I think you can do one round, and that's that's cool. You can kind of figure out who wants to take who. But anyone doing a mock draft after the first round, to me, is about worthless.
Well, hey, Green Rat, you weren't on the call the other day when I mentioned this, but you know who Greg Cosell is, right?
Nope.
The senior NFL analyst for NFL Films.
Okay.
Yeah. Anywho, he was on Bill's One Live the other day, One Bill's Live, and he was talking about Diggs, and I never heard anybody say this before, but Greg Cosell I have a lot of respect for. Greg Cosell said that Diggs is not a true number one. He's not a true, not like a Jamar Chase or a a Devontae Adams or even a Tyreek Hill. He's not a true number one. So, and he says the tape and the numbers show. Well, not the numbers, but the tape shows that clearly, right? And he's a tape guy. That's all he does is watch film all day. So, I agree with him, especially now. And I think Diggs, like Justin Jefferson, that's a true number one, right? Diggs isn't a true number one. So if you think about it, if a premium position is opened up at number 28 and we do go edge or DB or something like that, and we got Diggs' replacement in the second round, this receiver class is so deep that even at number 60, we could get a wide receiver that is actually better than Diggs. So I'm loving the fact that we got rid of Diggs and a second rounder for him for next year. I'm loving it more and more each and every day.
Well, you were saying that you guys have a lot of picks and stuff you can use.
Yeah.
I don't see why you couldn't take your first round pick where it is, and you can move up in the second. When you do see that there's a run on receivers or something, and then go ahead and move up then.
I heard that Roma Dunze is dropping, bro. He's dropping. He can fall somewhere between 10 and 15, or probably a little bit further.
But Thomas Jr., right? And fucking Adonai Mitchell. I mean, those two guys alone are better than Diggs. And if they're around the 22, 21, 20 mark.
I don't know about that, bro. Maybe at this age, I don't know about that.
They're going to be better than Diggs.
Oh, yeah. If you say they will be better. Yeah.
The thing is, man, I think people forget how good Allen is. And I think you're going to see Diggs come down to earth. Even though I love CJ Stroud, you're gonna see there's a drop off that's about to happen, man. Diggs is the number 2. He's the number 2. He's never been a number 1. Diggs Allen made him look like a number 1, but he's never been a true fucking number 1.
He's 30 years old now too.
That too.
I don't know about that. That's tough. I don't know if I can agree with that.
Well, then you disagree with one of the greatest film studies of all time, and Greg Cosell. So good luck with that notion.
I mean, he is a 2-time All-Pro. I mean, I don't know about him being a number 2 wide receiver. I mean, Josh Allen.
Yeah, and
the quarterback that he is because of Stephon Diggs.
Huntley's a Pro Bowler.
Let's not dismiss that.
Huntley's a Pro Bowler. He played quarterback for the Ravens. Remember that guy? He's a Pro Bowler.
But anyways, I like Cassell. I think he's one of the, like you said, one of the best film watching, football experts, analysts, whatever. But
Well, he said it, bro. He said that Diggs has never been the number one. He's not a true number one. So you gonna disagree with that fucking guy?
well, maybe how he was used. Maybe he was never a true maybe
Yeah.
X guy.
I mean, who would be who? Okay, if he wasn't your number one, then who was?
No. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I didn't say he was an our number one. Of course, he was our
Oh, you
number
mean
one.
like in the mold? Like
I'm saying he's not a true number one.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get it. I get you.
Right.
Well,
Like
yeah.
a Justin Jefferson or Devontae Adams or a
Well, I
Tyreek
do agree.
Hill.
He's not better than Justin Jefferson. Like Justin Jefferson's a fucking animal.
I mean,
Jamar Chase, that's a
you're-
true number one.
That's a true number one.
Yeah.
And true number ones like your Randy Mosses of the world or whatever, man. These are guys that can do anything. They're just so elite in their category that they.
Yeah, I don't even agree. I don't even think for me, Tyreek Hill's a true number one wide
Well,
receiver.
I'm glad you said that. I wasn't going to say it because I'm on the Dolphins podcast, but
right.
I agree with you, man. I don't think Tyreek's a true number one either.
If you can say that about Diggs, then
he's more like a
gotta
Z.
say that about Tyreek.
He's more like a Z guy to complement a number one or like a slot option.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I don't think he's a true number one either.
No, I agree. I just didn't want to say it on the podcast.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
What if the Dolphins had a true number one?
We don't. That's the problem. We don't have a true
fucking
boundary
talking about that for months, but nobody wants to listen to me. They want to fucking
heard CT. I haven't heard CT. That's cap. That's cap. No, I'm playing.
Real quick, Spidey and CT. Real quick.
I'm messing around. CT.
Hold on, real quick. Hold on. I was on a roll, CT. Damn, you've been talking about 3 fucking hours. Just real quick. Doomsday.
Oh, you've been talking
Harrison,
for the last fucking.
Yeah, I know, because I have to make up. I got to make up time, man. Because
those first four guys.
Doomsday and Harrison and fucking Neighbors. Those are 3 true number ones, right?
And Brian Thomas. Yep.
Well, maybe, but my point is Thomas Jr. and Adonai Mitchell, they're at least true number 2. So we would be doing Diggs equivalent by getting one of those guys. You know what I mean?
Right. Y'all might move up.
We might have to. Yeah, we might. All right, CT, the floor is yours for the next 2 hours. Go.
No, I was just saying that Colin wants to bring in an Xavier Worthy, another speed guy, and whatever. And I don't want that. I want a fucking number one, a fucking big body wide receiver, possession wide receiver, somebody who's got some that also has some size.
Well, Joe Clack did a mock today, and he had an offensive tackle going to y'all at 21 to protect Tua because your whole. I don't remember the name. There was a run of.
I don't have a problem with.
You mean Graham Barton?
Yeah, it was one of those, Spidey. Yep.
Yeah.
It might have not been him. It may have been the other one, but it was like one of the top 3. Yeah.
I'll be fine. Okay. I'll be fine with O-line.
Oh, one of the top 3. Wow. So he has like a guy falling to us.
Well, Joe Alt, I think, went like. He had Joe Alt going like number 10 or something, which is that's him falling because Joe Alt could go number 5.
I would take Joel in a heartbeat if he fucking falls to 21.
Oh, no, everybody would. He's the best.
Oh, God.
He's the best lineman in the draft.
Yeah, man, for sure. Nah, man, I really do think, and we've talked about it for a while now, it's really about, is Greer going to overreach? We know that he goes BPA based on position and need, not BPA by itself. And if there's not a guy there at 21, don't reach for a guy. Pick somebody you're confident in or move the fuck back. That's
would you trade up for Brock Bowers, CT?
No.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't think tight end is a premier position for us. Given the fact
tight ends, though.
First year, given the fact that this is the first year Mike McDaniel is implementing, tight end routes into the fucking offense, I don't think we're at the point where we need a true tight end at the moment until he fucking figures that out. And
No, but you got a guy that's capable of yakking. He could be a seam thread and a red zone guy. And
You
John
mean like
Smith,
a Dalton Kincaid? Y'all need a Dalton Kincaid, right? Yeah.
We got
but the
Smith.
thing is, I don't agree with that. I think that again, if Mike McDaniel wants to be a fucking running team, then your fucking number one priority has to be your offensive and defensive lines. And call me old school, call what you want, but if Mike McDaniel wants to run the ball and you fucking pass the supplement, then you need the fucking offensive line. If you say that you're going to learn from your mistakes and you're such a fucking smart guru and all this bullshit, then you can see that your short yardage situation and goal line and red zone situations are your fucking problem. So are you going to beef up the O-line and fucking start running the ball? Or are you going to get more speedy guys and keep trusting Tua to fucking throw 50, 60 times a game?
Hey, I would be remiss if I didn't mention this, but I heard in Joe Klatt's mock draft today, he mentioned a scenario that I never even thought of, but I was wondering y'all's take on it. Jim Harbaugh, right?
Yeah.
He what did he do? He won the national championship with Michigan.
Yeah.
And who is his quarterback? JJ McCarthy.
Oh shit.
People are saying it is a possibility that the Chargers at 5 could take JJ McCarthy and trade Justin Herbert. Get his ass up out of there.
I heard to the Vikings, bro.
Yes.
Justin Herbert to move.
Strong take right there.
Mm.
If I was Jim Harbaugh,
that's a hot one right there. That's a hot one.
I've never been sold on Herbert. I've always said that we got the better.
JJ McCarthy better. You're right. You know what? You're right. JJ McCarthy's better.
You know?
Well, the other side of that is if they don't do that, just because Herbert is like, if people think he's a unicorn in the organization, then Harbaugh's going to look after his guy and let Minnesota
But I
trade up.
I remember in the combine when they asked when they asked Jim Harbaugh about McCarthy, he was glowing about him because even different teams were asking about JJ McCarthy. They were asking him about JJ McCarthy. He was like giving him like glowing reviews and shit.
Bro,
and people were wondering like, oh shit.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy has climbed the board better than any other player in the draft. Yeah. I mean, some people have him going like top 3.
Amicus wants this to happen so Herbert can be the new Bills quarterback.
Gonna go top, bro.
I would rather have Josh Allen than Justin Herbert any day of the fucking week.
Yeah, thank you, Spidey. I agree.
What, Colin?
Man, I've been saying JJ McCarthy was gonna go since he won the national championship, bro. You remember?
Yeah, you have been talking about him. You're right.
But I don't see that wow factor with him, man. I don't see it.
No Michigan quarterbacks have ever been good.
Yeah, I don't see
Tom
it.
Brady, baby.
No, I think
Tom
it's
Brady.
the pro style. Amicus, I think it's the pro style.
7-time champion. I mean,
Tom
all-time leader in touchdowns and passing yards. I mean,
Colin, it's hard to hear you, Colin, but Green Rat forgot that Tom Brady played in Michigan.
I didn't forget that he played for Michigan.
With that heat cock in his mouth.
Does anybody know what college Josh Allen played for?
Wyoming.
Yeah. Cowboy.
He snuck up to the draft. A lot of people passed on Josh Allen.
Bro, do you know that he didn't get one letter from a D1 school? No, Wyoming's the only one. He had to go to a fucking junior college his first year. Like, talking about missing the boat on 6'5", 240. The fuck is wrong with these scouts?
He's got all the tools. How do you miss that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
speed, all that. It's crazy. All right, fellas. Well, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. I got to work tomorrow.
All right,
So,
Blue.
All right.
y'all are busy. So, final thoughts. Fire it up.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah,
I
I'm gonna
gotta
go.
say, bro. I gotta say to all of these Heat fans that
Oh
are,
my God,
no,
here
you
we
should be
go.
excited. You should be excited because
Here we go.
I'm
This is
about to
what
drop.
delusion
I'm about
sounds
to
like,
drop
ladies
my
and gentlemen,
reaction video
from
to
a
this.
team that hasn't accomplished anything.
The
Yeah,
Magic
I'm about
lost to
to
the
drop my
Cavaliers
reaction.
both games.
I'm about to drop my
And I
reaction
saw
video
they,
to this loss. Magic fans, it's all right. Hang in there because the series is
yeah,
coming back to Orlando. But hey, man,
Can
oh
anybody on
it's
this
been
call name one Orlando Magic player? Just one.
yeah.
Besides
Anybody?
Colin.
No.
Just one.
No.
Yeah, exactly. Your team is trash, Colin.
No. We have Bankero and Ferenc Wagner, which is 21
Nobody
and
knows who the
22
fuck
years
that
old.
is, man.
No. These guys are actually good. If you know basketball, man, Bankero and Ferenc
Oh
Wagner,
my
bro,
God, I
these
don't
guys
even
are
know who
really
they
good.
are, and I.
Dude, you're too young to know what actual basketball is.
No, even Spidey knows it. This year, these rookie teams are fucking taking it. You can look at Jair Alexander, man. He's carrying and Chet Holmgren. That's carrying OKC. The Magic, we're out here with the
Holmgren
Fitz.
was like a number
They're
one or
so
number two
good that
pick,
they're the
and Jair
fucking
was a
shit.
top 10 pick. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, Bankero was the first pick.
Oh,
What am I
the
talking?
band. Oh, I know. Okay, I know who you're talking about now, but I thought his name was Blancho.
Yeah.
No, Paulo Bankero.
Poncho and Lefty.
Yeah. Okay, I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, but he sucks, man. He ain't no good.
I don't know. I don't know how you feel so happy about entering the playoffs as a fifth seed.
No, I'm not. I
I
said
mean,
y'all should
that
be
is
happy
if
because
there's
Heat fans should be happy because I'm about to post my reaction to
hey,
this
if y'all
loss.
love mediocrity, I
Because
mean,
no,
well, there you
Heat
go.
fans want to see the Magic fans lose it, so
Colin,
you're about to get the opportunity.
your team has gotten smoked by the fucking Cavaliers twice.
But the Magic don't make the playoffs
Yeah,
often.
Amicus, you probably loving life right now. Your
Yeah,
Lakers
the
are beating the
Magic don't
fuck
make
out
the
of them.
playoffs often.
The
Like
best
Green
team,
Rat.
yeah. My Lakers have only beaten the best team in the NBA and busting that ass. Let me
Yeah,
tell you,
but
if
they're
the
always in the
Lakers get
playoffs.
by the Nuggets in this series, just hand the fucking ring over. It's
Green
over.
Rat. Final thoughts. Green Rat.
After
Jets fan.
Colin
There you go.
talking anything about the Magic, I just don't got much to say.
You're zoned out.
Yeah.
It's just because it's playoffs. It's
Too
just
much
'cause it's
nonsense.
playoffs, and I'm hoping that they
He's
can pull
zoned
it through.
out.
Too much nonsense.
Spidey. Final thoughts.
Oh man, I got plenty of stuff to say. We've been owning the state of Florida since 1988. We run it. We got 3 Larry O'Brien, 7 Eastern Conference championships, a buttload of Southeast
This is a
Division
Dolphins
champions.
thing.
All
We don't
that
talk
shit.
basketball.
Okay, Green Rat. He's the number 1 Jets fan on this space. He's the resident Jets fan.
Boy.
Nah, man. I just can't wait for the fucking draft on Thursday, bro. I'm excited to see who they pick at 21. Hopefully they get a immediate contributor. A guy that can start day one because we're in a win now mode, and and you're gonna have a pick. You're gonna have the pick of the litter at 21. You know what I mean?
That's why we have to take Harrison
difference
Mevis.
maker. So with difference makers. So other than that, bro, good talk as always.
Yeah, bro. Thank you
Let's
for
go
coming
Heat.
on, man.
Fuck the Magic.
Irving, do some research on Harrison Mevis.
And my final thought is that the Orlando Magic fucking suck. And everything in Orlando sucks except for Universal Studios. The fucking strip clubs suck. The cigar lounges suck. They all suck. The Magic are horrible, Colin. How dare you bring up the Magic? You always bring up the Magic. This sorry-ass fucking team got fucking murked by the Cavaliers. 2 games in a row, and you're going to fucking bring these guys up.
Didn't your team beat the Magic in back in 2010?
Yeah.
2009.
We always beat their ass. And we took your best player, Shaquille O'Neal. We took him and we housed him. He's a Hall of Famer with the purple and gold. He didn't want to live in Orlando no more. That's right.
With a 3-peat.
That's my final thought.
Colin, any final?
There you go. Damn.
I'll let you.
Yeah. I got to find out.
Toe tag. Damn.
Hey, man, shit, man. Honestly, to be honest with y'all, it's been a long time since I've been able to watch my favorite hockey team and fucking basketball.
Oh shit, we're gonna whoop that ass too.
Nah. But hey, fucking, we're still gonna tear it up, man.
This is cat country, baby. This is big cat country.
Hey, the draft is Thursday, and I'm excited still.
Yep.
Like y'all, but I've been preaching Xavier Worthy, so I don't even need to say.
No, stop it, Colin. We're not picking Xavier Worthy at 21.
Colin, your takes are the worst fucking takes in the history of social media. And that's the bottom line because Amicus said so.
That's a great take, Amicus.
MC, you trying to come up?
Stone Cold.
I'm about to shut it down.
Baby.
I think he's back in the bag.
What?
You got any final thoughts?
No.
What?
All right, we're gonna shut this
He said
down.
no.
We will be back for the draft. And stay tuned. We will be live Thursday night. So
I'll come hang out for the first round.
Yeah. You're gonna be waiting on that number 9 pick, baby, or number 10.
Green Rat. I caught that humor, by the way. I caught that. That was great.